How's everyone doing?
Pretty good. All things considered.
Yeah. That was...
Good. Okay, let's begin. Recap of last session. You guys are currently on level 11 of Undermountain, the Troglodyte Warrens. You'd arrived here from level 10 after disposing of House of Rinder. You parted ways with Zaran Daragon, the assassin of House Freth, and you'd liberated some Troglodytes, only to watch them as they run into level 11 to their death. You guys had entered the Troglodyte Warrens now, and you're attacked by an ambush of drow that were waiting here with the heads of troglodytes on pikes. You guys had taken out those forces, captured one of the drow, and you heard a cacophony of troglodyte yelping coming from a large room littered with bones that line the floor. Troglodyte chain gang. There's about 20 or so adult troglodytes that you'd saved. They were captured by drow, and there was some drow mages and some warriors, and you guys had a lengthy fight with them. You'd managed to eliminate the drow, and you'd also actually returned the sing-alongs already to Waterdeep. So you've been doing a bit of rescuing lately. These troglodyte, however, obviously lair here. And there was some sort of dilemma, obviously, because there are a heap of young troglodyte, too small to be of any use to the drow. When you'd freed the troglodytes from their chains, they ran over and they spoke of treasure that they wish to give you. I think Roland has tongues up.
I do.
So yeah, he's able to understand them. They seem to be able to understand Undercommon, but they only speak in Troglodyte. And they say, treasure, treasure, treasure! So all of a sudden, this stone is like a column of rock that extends from floor to ceiling. Don't forget that this place absolutely reeks like Troglodyte as well. And you're basically in a subterranean cavern. Ceiling's 20 feet high. This pillar extends all the way up to the ceiling. It suddenly transforms. It shrinks down. It no longer becomes a column. It's now a stalagmite, and it kind of drips down to take a humanoid shape, which in turn takes the form of Halaster Blackcloak. Halaster, with his wicked-looking demeanor, his robe that is embroidered with many eyes, his black staff that has a dragon head at either end. He just kind of appears with a little bit of a chuckle. So sweet. So very sweet. You've reunited the troglodytes with their children. My, what heroes you are! You're still proving to be very useful to me. Oh yes, I can see those dead drow. Some pest control! This is why I tolerate you all. Oh, I'm terribly sorry about your friend Nox. Mural owed me, and, well, I found it suitable that he'd repaid me with your friend's magic items. But don't worry, I'm taking very good care of them. I don't think they'll be the last magic items that I procure off you all. Let's just say there are obstacles that will get in your way. What's wrong, Pavel? Something the matter? He looks at you, Pavel, gauging your reaction.
Yeah, I'm not pointing at him, but I got it just ready to bring it out, like getting ready to fight, giving him the stink eye, and just say, yeah, I got a problem with you. Last time you took her, one of my fucking best friends died.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. That's the problem with you mortals. Your lifetime is merely a drop in the ocean. You make friends. You have family. It is a weakness. That's what that is.
Kind of glaring at Pavel and looking back. Great master of Undermountain. Why are you here?
Great.
I'm sure you have something better to do.
Oh, this isn't a social visit. It's purely for work. I've been experimenting lately. And I need to borrow your scan. She proves to be quite interesting. So I'll be on my way then. And he quickly grabs Scamp on the arm and just melds back. He seems to just meld back into this column of rock. Meanwhile, the Troglodytes are rejoicing and celebrating. They don't really pay too much heed as to what happens with you guys at the moment. But one of them is urging you, Roland, and pointing at this wall. Treasure, treasure, treasure! Reward for you! They're all dripping with this like red resin, and this. You guys have got used to the stank already, so it doesn't really bother you too much.
Alright.
Past just being offensive.
I have Holy Weapon up, right?
You
Yes.
Okay, I was just making sure.
do. And Bruce got Bardic Inspiration for a while longer too.
Oh, cool.
Okay. Yeah, I'll... Excuse me and pardon me, if you would please move so I can get to this treasure you're talking about.
Please, what's that mean? Huh? You'll be nice?
I need you to move out of the way so I can get to the treasure that you speak of.
Okay. Thank you for helping. Yes, you are good, drow killer, drow killer, drow killer. They start chanting. And they just point to that wall again. That's where treasure is. Yes, there. And they pick up the young troglodytes. And they move away. And they just kind of occupy this alcove. They move over and a few of them are picking up some of the dead drow and just ripping off some fingers of the drow and feeding them to the young. All these little troglodytes are yapping at the digits like a little treat. And when this wall is pointed out to you, Roland, it does become obvious that there is a secret door here. It looks like a large section of this stone wall has been blended in to look like the surrounding wall, but in fact, it looks like it can break away. You could probably break through it. You can't really see any mechanism like hinges, or you feel like it's just breakable.
Ah, something for someone with a little more strength to do then. Brew,
Yo?
I believe that you should be able to just break through the wall here.
Brew will run and maybe get the wall wrong the first.
No, that right there.
Ooh. Oh, over here.
Right.
Right, yeah, it looks like the troglodytes have just taken like some clay and some mud, and they've just kind of made a makeshift wall. And Brew literally just walks through it. Even more so because I'd taken the dynamic lighting away so you could move through it. Or the restrictions so you could move through it, because I think we were lagging the last fight. So, yeah, Brew, you literally just walk straight through it. It doesn't even slow you down. You just smash through the wall. And in plain
Somebody
view...
order Kool-Aid.
So, yeah, it's just a heap of treasure on the ground here in plain view. Big pile of gold coins, a silvered weapon, and some large purple orbs of amethyst. And Tyrolite just sort of immediately starts perking up, draws itself, like using your hand, and points towards this cave. I sense amethyst. Yes, 3 of them. They're worth 750 gold pieces each.
Yeah, I don't know. You want to go look?
Do I want to go look? Take me to them. Better than looking at these filthy troglodytes. Ugh. I'm glad I can't smell.
Yeah, they're a little bit smelly, but yeah, okay. Let's go as you. His
Yeah,
hand is still out pointing.
Going through it.
920 gold pieces. You don't even need to count, Tiralai says.
Oh.
And, yep, 920 gold, a silvered longsword, and 3 amethysts worth 750 GP each.
How much would a silvered longsword be worth?
It's
like a regular longsword, but a little more.
plus 100 GP. Or 50 if you're selling it.
Right. Because I don't think anybody's going to use it. I think everybody that has a
But we haven't
melee
fought a
weapon.
lycanthrope yet, so.
Well, I think everybody that has a melee weapon has magical damage at this point.
At this point, yeah, it's pretty.
So, Pavel, have you put any gemstones in Tiralai yet? You've just got the 750 GP of random small gems. Tiralai just says, no. These small gems, they will not do. Yes. I need one of those amethysts. It's so pretty. It's like a purple mix of a pink. Oh, yes. Embed it into my pommel, would you? Just one. I'm not greedy. I mean, we could do 2 if you really want.
No. One's fine. Just if we're gonna put 1 on there, and it being so big, probably. I mean, just rational thinking. I think we'd have to remove some of the other smaller ones from you, wouldn't you think?
Oh, no. In my pommel is still empty, Pavel. Your jeweler friend could make adjustments.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I've got some in my hilt, I've got some in my handle, I've got a few at the crossguard, but my pommel... Yes, come on, Pavel. You must. It's so pretty, don't you think? And maybe Roland can sing a sweet song while Dagger's working on me. But of course, we couldn't commit such an act of beauty in such a vile location. We need to go somewhere nice, like a forest.
A lot of this can be done, Tiralai. Probably need a short rest. I can look to my allies. I see some of them would, I think, appreciate maybe a 10-minute rest. And Dagger, I would of course pay you for your services if you would. Oh well, I guess I would tell the group about all that's happening, and then tell Dagger like I would gladly pay you for your service. Actually, I don't have any money, do I? What am I talking about?
No.
But yeah, I would tell them about this whole thing.
You
that's
do.
going
You've
on
got.
about Tiralai.
Everyone should have about 7,000 gold or something like that.
Oh. I mean, it's still all going into the same place. Like.
Oh yeah, you
Party
guys
with-
are a team. There's no point paying her.
Like, I can't give Dagger like 50 GP or whatever much she wants to charge to put in the amethyst in that thing.
You
And
ask,
it's just going in the same place.
Alright, you ask Dagger for 50 gold pieces, and then you give it back to her.
Okay, that'll work.
She's looking after it. She's the banker.
But I'll talk to her real quick. A little negotiation in terms of like we can't really go to a forest right now, Tiralai. I mean, all the service stuff can be done, you know, maybe in a short break or so, but we can't just leave. We got a mission to do.
Oh, yes, I understand. Well, I guess Roland's beautiful singing will at least set the mood. Dagger's looking very exhausted. I think she needs to rest right now. We may as well just get that amethyst embedded into me right now.
You said you didn't want to do it in front of these troglodytes, so how about we
You've
move a little
convinced
more
me
further?
otherwise.
Okay.
I can avert my
Yeah.
gaze.
Pavel would then, you know, like I said, explain everything to everyone, and yeah, just let's hash it out. Like, so but you know how Tiralai is. You guys, you know, You guys okay with just taking a 10-minute break? And Dagger, do you mind as well as putting the amethyst in the pommel of Tirlai?
Why?
It was one of the agreements, apparently, as me being, user of the sword, gotta put pretty stones.
What do you mean,
on it.
why? It's a waste to put these gemstones in some sort of bag where they can't be marveled upon. They should be in my hilt, proudly displayed, like all things of beauty. Like me.
Well, see, I don't find long swords beautiful, so...
I'm not just a longsword. Don't you see my emerald blade? I am from Mithdrana. I'm practically
I have
a
no
fae.
clue what that means.
Pavel, convince her. Tell her the importance.
Darius will walk in the direction he hears Dagger's voice, because I'm assuming she's invisible.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I am.
He just kind of talks to the open air. Ren, Dagger, whatever your form may be at this point, the sword has given Pavel access to a few things that have been beneficial. It would be a small price to pay if you could do this for us.
Pretty please. I know it's a bother, but I mean, magic teleportation, which I haven't used yet, but as well as rolling. Like, I mean, if you don't mind, flaunting your beautiful voice, so Tirlai can hear it.
Sure, I guess.
Oh, play me a tune, Roland. Drown out the sounds of these horrible gibbering.
We all
Please.
know that there are items that supersede your standard run-of-the-mill trinket and or weapon. So sometimes they need to be bartered with in their own accord.
Well, I'm not just an item, I'm Tirlai. I thought I was part of the party. Oh yes, Roland, that is beautiful. You have an elven tongue.
Tirlai, you're...
I wonder if she got this way because being stuck in a dragon for so long.
Maybe.
I whisper something in Elvish.
Dagger? Please?
I want to just mouth to Dagger, like, I just say, like, I'm so sorry, without actually saying it.
You know I can see, right, Pavel?
No, you didn't say anything. I was listening to.
I can
Roland.
see
was
very
thinking
well.
of Roland.
You know I can see Dagger, right?
So are we taking a short rest? That's what I'm at.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah. I think we should be able
Alright,
to.
Dagger, you fix up the pommel and embed it with a 750 GP amethyst. I'll keep track of that.
Holy weapon goes down.
What's inside Tirlai?
Well, it only lasts an hour.
I mean, to be honest, that glowing pistol, I mean, I felt like it was trying to compete with me.
Oi!
Can I make a-
Tirlai?
Can I make a
Continue.
cook's check?
Sure.
What's the attribute?
It's wisdom. As you guys are resting here, before the rest is up, Brew, I don't know what you're doing there. You're like,
I'm not eating that.
Here you guys.
Feed it to Tirlai.
Song of Rest is a D10 now, so.
Tirlai's a sword.
Brew, what do you? You can like make something up if you want, Brew. What relevant? To
It
your
was
check?
it was a mystery meat stew. from things that Bruce picked up along the way.
Oh my god.
It's like a weird soup with an eyeball floating around in it.
I'm not eating a damn thing Brew cooks. I'm just telling you this now.
Well, it might be okay, but I mean, Roland will still cast Prestidigitation to make it taste better.
Darius will attempt to eat it first. He does the spoonful where he's like holding it for a second, he sniffs it and like looks at everyone right before he eats it. And
It tastes meaty.
Does doing
I'd eat
this,
it. I'd eat it.
does doing the jewelry thing for the stupid sword interfere with my short rest?
No, it's only a very light activity. It's fine. You're sitting down and you're just kind of working on it. It's light activity is fine. During this time though, the troglodytes are going to depart, and they just think you guys again. We go back to our tribe now. Our lair. It is this way. Back in cavern, and they point north and northeast, like this direction. We go there. More drow on this level. We want them not get us. You come there. You can rest too, as long as you not drow. Quack quack. Thank you again, Drow Slayer. You're very good. Quack quack.
I'm gonna use my Pearl of Power to get my 3rd level slot back while we're resting.
I lost us in the map. It's all black there.
I'll fix it up. Alright, so yeah, those troglodytes all head off, and here you guys are. Alright, so an hour goes by, and the stench of troglodytes, it doesn't really kind of thin out as these troglodytes have left either.
That's probably what reckless do.
Well,
Had nothing to do with it.
it's fine.
Well, maybe next time.
it was hearty.
Well, Roland eats it without hesitation because he casts Prestidigitation to make it taste different.
There you go. That'll really stick to your ribs.
It doesn't
Okay,
make
so
you guys sick.
I trust Brew enough to.
Yet.
It was hard to pass down, but quite hearty, if I do say so myself.
There you go. I got potatoes for next time. Help yourself there, Dagger, anytime.
Alright, let's collect the rest of this. I'm sure that we can use it at some point. Roland, do you need help scooping that into the bag of holding?
I would imagine we got it during the short rest. Just put
Oh,
everything
yeah.
in the bag of holding.
Yeah, just RPing a little bit. Alright, then I do believe our time here is done. Shall we progress and hope that the Lady Scamp will be returned to us in at least something resembling the condition she left?
Hopefully.
Hopefully, or I'll next time. Swear to God, I'll shoot him. Oh no! Wait, no, I can't. Wait, you're right. We talked about this, Darius. I won't. I know you're right. I shouldn't be throwing my life away, but still, I mean.
Hey! Hey! You guys hear a voice calling out from the northeast. Hey!
Any particular language, or is it?
It's just like hey, but it's not like a fluent hey.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Hey! Hey! It's coming from the northeast, near the entrance. As you guys walk by here, the scent of the troglodytes is ever so strong, and your boots crunch underfoot as the floor is absolutely littered with small bones. Hey!
I forgot. Didn't we have a prisoner?
Yes.
Oh, did he not die of starvation yet? Oh, that's a shame.
And sure enough, it's that drow. He's hogtied on
I
the
forgot
ground
about
here. He's struggling. Hey! Hey! And he starts like yelling
just
it
walks
in
up.
Elvish.
I just start untying him, and the whole time speaking to him in Elvish is just saying, I would tell you to just sod off, but at the same time, I just don't have the patience right now, so go.
You are freeing me?
Well, and I turn to everyone else. Does anyone have any objections to just letting this one go? I mean, realistically, if he crosses us, we will just put him down like a rabid dog.
There are still forces
there's
of House of Rinda here. If you free me, I will go and
Oh,
tell them that
shut
you are
up.
ally.
You will tell them that we are allies.
Yes.
But we killed a bunch of you. We killed your matron. How are we allies if we killed your matron mother?
Pavel,
He's going to lie, Pavel.
Oh.
They will not
Oh.
know. We are here stationed. Do not know what has happened on level 10. Melith. She is leading the forces against House Wrath. She has a large army.
Where is she?
On the front line. Other side of the cave.
can you get us close to her?
Yes, of course.
I want her heart.
Ah, don't we all? She is so dreamy.
No, I don't think you understand.
She meant
The
her
lady
little-
requires her heart in a box, and not the kind that is warm and cozy.
Ha 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 ha.
Ah,
Funny. Are you crazy? I just told you she has an army.
We've
And
taken on
I-
other drow armies.
I do not see you. But you sound confident. Very well. Follow me. And he starts leading you guys. He does turn around and say, you will arm me, yes? I will need a weapon to defend myself.
I hand him a dagger.
I think it's the only weapon we've got.
There
I
are
got a
short
bunch, but
swords
yeah,
like all over
dagger.
the ground.
Oh yeah.
Oh no, I hand him a dagger on purpose.
He does come up to a corpse, and he does try to pick up like hand crossbow and a short sword.
As you said, if he betrays us, we just
Man.
kill him.
Are you scared?
Put him down like a rabid dog.
1 versus 5.
Oh no, there will not be 5. I will personally watch you burn.
Come. This way. This cave is strange. There are trolls. They are warped. They are a
Did you just say
bother.
warped?
The troglodytes. So you freed them. You have been very pain to House Orinda. Yes, warped. They are strange. Alright, so as you move through this tunnel, yeah, there's like cracked bones and skulls everywhere. And you're making a lot of noise. It's inevitable that you'll be noisy
Is
along
he
here.
trying? Well, as we're walking, is he noticeably trying to be more stealthy, or is
He
he just
is.
kind of walking?
He is. Any stealth check would be at disadvantage. Don't worry. I will take you straight to Melith. And a short while later, there's no more bones. There's just a tunnel. 20 foot high. It's all stone. A bit of mold growing in cracks. Other than that, it's very dark and damp down here.
I am recasting tongues, just letting you know.
Okay. He stops. He holds up a hand to you all. Watch post is up here. Alcora, Danafe. They will attack you. With me, they will not. Do you have insignia? Scarab insignia.
We have a few.
Hand it to me, so I can signify. I am from House of Rinda. Many have been killed. It gets
Would they not
confusing
just
who
move?
is vying for what house. Ha! There are dozens of small houses that have converged here in Undermountain. Some vie for Freth, some vie for Rinda. Some jump ship in an instant. I don't want to get shot down instantly. Hand me the scarab.
I'll hand him one.
He nods, and he just attaches it firmly to his cloak. Stand slowly and near me. And he just kind of holds up the scarab as well, attached to his cloak as he walks by here slowly. Praise House of Rinda, he calls out to the darkness to the south. And you guys don't see anything down there, but he moves very quickly through this tunnel. This way. We are near the front line. Keeps on creeping forward. And you guys hear the sounds of combat. Up ahead. Ah! Spells being flung. Demonic growls. Screaming. The clinking of metal on armor. And crossbow bolts being dislodged. Steel piercing through flesh. And the drow stops here. This is where the front line is. It sounds like there is a battle.
Yes, it does.
We should run to House of Rinda's aid.
No.
What?
You do remember what we're here to do, right?
Well, then we should run and get the praise of House Freth by killing Orinda. I only have allegiance to my life.
You drow are so fickle. I don't mind coming up from the backside of House of Rinda and.
Do you see them? They are demons. You can look. Be careful. There is fairy fire on them. They are illuminated.
I mean, you have better eyes than we do down here. Can't really see that far.
They are illuminated. Fairy fire. Look for yourself.
I mean, can we see them?
Not from here, but the battle sounds like it's about 100 feet away. It's coming in from this direction. He stands here.
Or
Oh, I can see him now.
Alright, as you guys move up, you can hear just a tremendous battle raging. It's completely pitch black, so none of you are really going to see much. But you can hear a massive battle breaking out. And there's also 3 demons that are glowing with fairy fire. And you just see and hear drow of all sorts just exchanging blows. There is a few fairy fires that illuminate the cavern for a brief moment. Some demons. And some of the demons look like giant mosquitoes with enormous proboscis. You can hear their droning sounds as they're just flying around, impaling drow. and then this large spiky toad creature, a Hezrao, which you'll recognize from level 6. There's one of these ones, just screeching and shuddering and swiping through drow faces with its claws, just lopping off heads and chewing on limbs. And so what do you guys do? Do you stay out the fight, or do you intervene?
I'm gonna ask them again. Can I scout a bit?
You asking me?
No, I'm asking the party.
Sure.
Lady Ren, please do as you see fit.
I mean, I wouldn't be out of mine.
Alright, there is like fairy fire spells flying everywhere here too. So
I
as you move up, Dagger, you see a small section of the forces. There's maybe about 20 or so drow, and their backs are facing you mostly. They're mostly female. There's a few male, and you see.
I see Melith.
Yeah, you see Melith, and she's kind of providing some healing, and she's staying near the back of this fort. There is another drow priestess of Lolth as well, assisting her, and they're at battle with the demons. And you're not sure what force is actually like contesting her, because it's too dark.
Are the fairy fire demons fighting for her or against her?
They're fighting against her.
Okay, I want to come back to them.
They're just peppering each other with spells and crossbow bolts, mostly. You know, it's hard to tell who's going to win because you can't really see everything. Make a stealth check as well. Daggy did get quite close to the battle.
That's a 32.
They haven't noticed you.
Nice.
Okay.
You also see probably about 100 corpses on the ground of drow and troglodytes. They're just littering this battlefield. It's a 50-foot high cave. And yeah, there's just it's a war.
What I could do is try to get the jump on Melith, and then come back to you guys.
Sounds good.
Alright, as you're discussing this, the battle is ensuing. You know, a fight only lasts 30 seconds or so, usually.
Okay, so
Oh no.
I'm going to sneak within 30 feet of Melith, and then I'm going to try to assassinate.
Alright. Well, she won't be surprised because she's already in combat.
Oh, damn it.
Damn.
But go ahead, move up 30 feet. And I'll roll initiative.
Oh, then. I can't get.
I kind of feel like we should just let the demons do their thing for a minute before we.
Yeah, I'll just.
I don't know.
I think I'll just wait for the battle to end at that point then.
Alright, they've already seen you guys now anyway, so I'll just roll initiative. Like, Darius is just standing pretty much directly in their line of sight.
Oh no.
Don't blame this on me.
Alright, let me roll all this initiative.
I think Dagger can take out Melith and we'll deal with the consequences. Who cares where? Let the chips fall.
I mean, we're gonna extinct house surrender. I think that's what I thought at least.
Take out the primary target. Deal with the other consequences later. Well, not much later.
Okay. We're good. Dagger, you're up first. Yeah, a couple of the drow spotted Darius, and a few of them yelled out in Elvish, "Shindir, Melith behind us! Adventurers!" Melith turns around. And yeah, they can see you, Darius, because they've got good vision. Alright, you are out of nowhere. Hit Melith with the crossbow bolt. And they point at you. Another one! That sticks into Melith's leg. She lets out a shrill cry. And turns around. You traitorous bitch!
Me?
Move back! Move to the side! We are being flanked! She calls out. Shindria! Rally them!
Okay.
Bro.
Oh, hi, Dagger. Welcome back. Sounds like you got one.
Didn't kill her. But yes, I hit her.
Yeah, holding Sun Death overhead, screaming some slightly incoherent prayer to Tempest. I'll brew will.
Oh, what? Sorry?
I will dash
Okay.
up there, and then bonus action to raid.
Okay. So you had the sword lit the entire time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well yeah, there was no chance that they didn't see you guys earlier then. So okay. Alright, in that case, I think they're gonna spread out a little bit more, Brew, because they would have seen your light source. Like well before Dagger snuck up or anything like that. Oh, well, I just thought you guys were kind of sneaking a little bit. But okay, you dash up to there. Whoops, wrong icon. They've started to rally to the side a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think Brew was trying to be.
No, you guys weren't
anyway.
sneaking. You guys weren't sneaking, really. Alright, Melith is going to disengage and move away from you, Brew.
Hey, get back here.
Pavel.
Boop. Cool. Alrighty. I'm gonna aim for this drow right here.
As you move around,
Take
you
out-
just see an absolute devastating scene of so many dead drow, a few troglodytes, and a heap of tired, battle-worn drow already filling this cave.
Seeing all this destruction, I mean, having been around it because of the fact of having killed so many things, it gets Pavel thinking. He looks down to Tiralai, the group of Tiralai, and I remember he's being used as sort of an instrument of death to kind of wipe out House of Rinder for the fact that they, messed up Willowwood, but yeah.
That's a hit. And poof, you drop a drow onto the ground.
Alright. Yeah, I'll shoot the one right behind him, right there.
That's a hit.
Ooh, yeah.
And poof, you wipe out another drow. He sinks to the ground.
Yeah, I don't think I can see that one right over there. Then I'll just shoot the other ones I can see, which I can barely see this one, so I'll shoot that one next.
Okay.
Oop. Sorry.
And that hits him straight in the neck. And He's dead.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's the other ones. Okay, so that's the end of my turn. 3 attacks, pretty good.
Alright, the drow start peppering the other drow. Like the drow from House Freth. Crossbow bolts come flying in from the north. And they just continue exchanging attacks. Let's do some movement. And you see one female drow just get riddled with crossbow bolts. She drops to the ground dead. And another drow is dropped from House of Render's side. Roll it.
Alrighty, let's move up to here. Okay, so we can tell that the guys over here are probably House Freth, and the guys over here are House of Rengar.
Yeah, because they're with Malith, you automatically know that these are House of Render, and they're all facing to the northeast.
Okay. Let me check lines here. Oh, yep, I'm good.
Boom.
Right there. I will use one charge of the wand of fireballs.
Alright, the fireball it explodes outwards, and even more brightly it illuminates the cavern. It chars corpses that already litter the ground, and it causes every single one of those female drow warriors to drop to the ground dead. Melith and Shindria, the two priestess, they survive, albeit they're badly injured. And Melith just screams, "No!" And you've almost wiped out their entire force. And the smell of burning flesh just it almost overpowers the stench of troglodyte. And you hear chuckling coming from the other drow. And a voice calls out, "Well done! House Freth wins again, you bitch!"
Is that our friend?
It's a male drow. Sounds like a
Came
noble.
from this direction,
Yeah.
probably. Okay.
Coming
and
from
then
beyond
I will,
the illuminated demons.
let me check. Yep, he's in range. All of my allies, except for our prisoner. We're gonna get a power cord.
Your song is shit, he says. I don't like it anyway.
One, two, three, four. Yeah, I have one for him too. Why not? It doesn't really matter.
Alright, he moves. "For House Freth!" he says, and he runs forward.
Okay. Not what I would have expected of the man, but okay.
"Die over in the scum!"
Alright, that was 25. I'm gonna scooch back one for the rest of my movement, and that's my turn.
Alright, suddenly a heap of magic missiles just explode from beyond the demons. And they actually angle around this column of rock near the drow priestess, Shindria. And they just start slamming into her. She screeches as the explosion knocks her around. She's looking very hurt. Darius.
I will. What will I do? Hey, you know what? I will move to here. Bonus action to designate Shindrir as planar enemy. Oh, that's gonna miss.
Miss. And that hits.
That was probably.
You slash her, and you see this stark red blood kind of cut through her robes as a force damage actually like rips through her white priest robe. Spiders, dozens of little spiders just are broken completely apart. This enormous demon just jumps out of nowhere at Malith, and it lops her head clean off her shoulders.
No!
They're all dead. What does it matter?
And the other
I can
demon
still be mad about it.
pushes in. You see a Chasme. It's like a dart. It just impales the priestess straight through her chest. And
That was so fast.
the battle is over.
That was so fast.
Wow.
My, well done. She just holds up her hands. Yes! Victory for House Freth! And she jumps over with these ones.
No loyalty amongst the Drow, I see. But we already knew that. Oh, this is a horrible sight.
Alright, so you're applauded by a drow. And he comes over to just parley with you. Male drow, white hair, black robe, spiderweb pattern in the robe, spellbook in hand, and a Zerkwood staff in the other. The demeanor of a noble. I commend you! Excellent work!
We do our best.
I must admit, I was concerned. We were beginning to become overwhelmed by House of Rinda, but you've proved our battle was one easily won. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Spirith Delambra.
My name is Roland, and me and my companions, well, we've had a few dealings with House of Renda, and, well, as you can see, it didn't end well. For them, at least.
I am the commander of House Freth's forces on this level. I did not expect to find aid in some adventurers. Was this intended, or you just happened by us? I see you're in company of one of our kind. He quickly hides the Avrinda pin. Praise House Freth.
Oh,
Well, we have also had some dealings with House Freth back in Muriel, Scotland. You know of one named Zoran?
Ah, yes. Huh. The assassin for our house. One of Erelel's best.
I'm better.
Our assassin is cool.
Along with him, we attacked and defeated all of House of Vrenda on level 10. They are all dead, including the matron mother.
I hate to interrupt this, but the Hezrao, it's probably going to turn against us very soon. Do you mind destroying it before, and then having this conversation later? And then suddenly the Hezrao just sort of turns around.
You couldn't just unsummon it, what the fuck?
I didn't summon it. I'd momentarily charmed it. Look out! And it attacks.
You could have led with that.
We've got this!
I will ask him, though. What about the Chasmes?
Oh, they're mine, don't worry.
Alright.
Alright, so the Hezral has turned. Dagger, you're up.
Okay, I will come in.
That is a hit. You leap forward, preempting it.
Oh, that's crappy damage.
You drive the dagger into its leg, ichor just drips down the blade. You pull the blade out, some more ichor spills down onto the ground. It just roars.
Disengage.
Alright, the drow are going to try and fairy fire it, and the Hezral's going to try and dodge. There's a heap of fairy fires on its way. Miss. Miss. That one hits it. The Hezral takes on a green glow. And the other drow begin peppering it with crossbow bolts. However ineffective they are. And a few bolts hit it. And it's looking injured, it just roars. And it screeches, and it absolutely stinks. It's worse than the troglodytes, this thing. And it's going to push through to you, Dagger. It just kind of leaps in between Pavel and this Casman. Provokes from you, Brew.
What did I do to it?
Hurt it significantly.
Just stabbed it. And just tries to bite you, Dagger.
Going to what's the one thing I do?
Uncanny dodge.
Yeah, uncanny dodge.
Oh yeah, sorry, I'll scroll up. 11 is a miss, Brew. Alright, Dagger.
It's advantage though from it glowing?
Oh yes, you have advantage. Alright, you slash through it. The fire doesn't affect it very well, but the slashing does. And it bites you for 7 piercing damage, Dagger, as you leap back, avoiding the full brunt, and then it moves up on you again, and whoosh, it hits you for 11 slashing with one claw, and whoosh, it hits you for a 10 with the other claw. And just screeches again. Rah! And lets off this foul stench. And Pavel, you need to make a constitution save against poison.
Oh, no.
Alright, you are going to be coughing and gagging for 1 round. You're at disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks.
So it's normal because of the green glow.
Yes.
Besides the whole other stuff. Yeah, like ability checks and that stuff is still messed up. Okay, gonna get on pistol, point at him, put back the flintlock mechanism, and then fire. Oh, damn it.
Miss.
Because it's not an advantage, I'll take it off. Badoo, no more sharpshooter, and fire again.
That is a hit. Alright. You sink a bullet into it, ichor drips down its side.
Load and fire again.
That is a miss. Well, it bounces off its flesh.
And a bonus action.
And that is a hit. You sink a bullet into its leg. It stumbles back, and it's kind of melting a little bit almost. Alright, all these drow are acting on the same initiative. Ignore her turn. Alright, this Casme is just going to just start stabbing its proboscis into the Hezral. And it impales the Hezral, and the Hezral's flesh literally melts off of it. Off of its bone, just... It's almost completely melted down with that attack. Brr.
Alright. Well, I'll just swing at it.
And that is a hit. And when you slash through it, you kind of slice it along its head and neck and down its torso. It just kind of splits it open, and it's like a fountain of ichor that starts bubbling over it. This black pool of ichor appears at its base, and it kind of just melts down into it like it's being dragged back down to the abyss. There's nothing left of it except a puddle of ichor and a few spiny spikes from its back.
These other ones gonna attack now? Because Brew doesn't speak Elvish. So. Or was that common? He was common.
He speaks Elvish.
Okay.
They're not.
He's said the flying ones for theirs.
The Chasmes are of their creation.
Okay.
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
no,
also
that's-
tell that they're not attacking you, Brew.
Okay.
And you just hear this droning sound. It's kind of loud. And they just buzz back around near Spirit. I apologize about that. Proved yourself time again so far. Now, I think you should all be rewarded for your efforts.
I won't say no to that, and I'm sure neither will our allies.
Money.
Tell me, what is the situation on level 10?
Well, kind of looked at everyone else and looked back to him. As of right now, I believe the only thing living there are some flying spiders and some giant lizards. Other than that, empty.
Oh. You've completely wiped out the forces of House of Rinda?
Melith was
Yes.
last.
This is
She was the last.
hard to believe. Do you have anything of proof?
Dagger, don't you have like a bag full of those scarabs?
Yes, I do.
You say you were with Zoran.
We were.
He'll be back at Spider Watch Keep if what you say is true. He can verify your story.
He did save us to meet him there when we could.
Oh, Aralel will be very pleased with you. I can facilitate an audience with you if you like. She'll want to reward you for your heroism.
Well, I don't see any reason why not to.
Very well then. I can escort you there. And he jumps on the back of one of these Chasmes. He gives an order to the rest of his drow to scout the area, but pretty much stay here and just recuperate.
Are there scarabs and holy symbols on each of the priestesses?
There are. The drow have already started kind of going towards the bodies to loot them.
Oh, they can have everything but those.
Alright, one of them... Alright, are you asking for the scarab?
Yeah.
Alright, one of them tosses it to you. And then you see them like taking off these really nice spider silk gloves with bloodstones sewn into them.
Ooh, that would have been nice.
Some valuable treasures.
Yeah.
Nice! That's worth 750 gold pieces.
I'm sure Erlel will reward us accordingly. Possibly more than the trinkets that
Hopefully.
Melith has on her.
Drow are chuckling and going around with their short swords and stabbing at all of the corpses to make sure that they're dead whilst looting them. Huh. Yes, minor trinkets, come! I'll guarantee you safe passage through level 12! This way!
Heard that before.
I am going, as soon as I'm out of sight of all these drow, I'm going invisible.
Okay. He takes note pretty quickly that that you're invisible, and he does turn around and say, "Where was the other one?" The shapeshifter.
Pavel shrugs. Like, I don't know, she just appears and disappears often. I don't know where she goes.
Where are you?
I'm here.
That's a shitty
Huh.
roll.
You know you
How's
don't
the
fool
bird?
me. I know a drow when I see one, and you're definitely not one. I can tell by your accent.
I'm
I-
not from the Underdark.
I would ask that you do present yourself to Aralel. She would not appreciate someone entering the keep invisible. Keep that in mind. Come this way. Yes, heal up, do whatever you need necessary. We shouldn't expect to have any hostility on the way to Spiderwatch Keep. Now, there are Minotaurs that have been running rampant on this level.
Beef
I
boy.
like how you tell us things like this.
We'll be avoiding their lairs, don't worry. Driven is taking care of them.
Hey Seb, I apologize. I was not paying attention, and I look up and everybody's like off my screen. Drag me, please.
Yeah, I'll move you over. Alright, so you guys just head through more of these tunnels. And, where are you, Darius? You're going the wrong way. And, there's just like a ramp of stone that begins to descend. And you follow it for about 200 feet before it opens up
Whoa.
to a large cavern. And it looks very similar in the architecture here. Apart from a fog. There is like an ever-present fog on this level. Welcome to level 12.
Ooh.
Whoa! That was quick.
Spent one session in level 11.
I want to go back.
We might be going back.
Yeah, we probably will, but I still think it's funny.
It's definitely funny.
This is called the maze level. Things will play tricks on you here. The fog. It seems to have a mind of its own. Sometimes minotaurs are raised from them. But don't be fooled. The minotaur threat on this level is real.
Well,
Nice picture.
I suppose the kind are known for the love of labyrinths and the like, so it makes sense, I suppose.
This level got its name a very long time ago. Just be sure to stick near me. There'll be many scouts of House Freth on the way. You're in my company, though, and they'll not harm you.
Alright.
So as you guys move up, it's the same sort of terrain. It's like a rough-hewn tunnel, rough-hewn caves. There is a 2-foot thick layer of fog on the floor here. And it's heavily obscured, so you can't see what's on the ground.
Yeah.
And there's a stench of death here. You go from smelling this repugnant troglodyte smell to the iron stench of blood that permeates the air. It's a 20-foot high cave. And you see this large rusted head poking up out of the fog. It looks like the head of a shield guardian. It's just laying on the floor here. Spirit says, mind the step! Don't worry.
Right.
You won't fall into any holes here.
What about silk traps or
Come on.
sand?
Just follow me. You're fine. He drones along on the Casme and takes you through a tunnel to the northeast. The fog is still 2 feet high. And as you wade through it, it just kind of coalesces around your legs, swells and fills in the gaps. And once again, you just cannot see the floor. It's just a thick white plane. Seems to be just coming from everywhere. There's a small lapse in the thickness of the fog. as you step up in higher in elevation for a brief moment. And you can see the floor. It's just a stone floor. Dirt scattered on it and dust and cobwebs. And Spirith scratches his head. I could have sworn this is a way. It appears I've come to a dead end. They don't call it the maze level for nothing. We'll have to double back this way. And he takes you down another tunnel. And you go up to the small plateau, and then it's fog once again. The fog.
I'm going to mark something with chalk here.
Okay. The fog is 4 foot high here.
Oh, I'm not a halfling.
So most of you is more than half. Well, everyone should be half concealed at least.
It's like chest height.
It's like haunted house height.
And you get a little ping from the gate stone near here. Just a brief moment.
Hold it up to my face so I can see what's glowing on it.
It's very faintly glowing with the number 9. It's kind of cool to the touch. I think this is the place.
You think or you know?
Shh. It's okay. It's I, Spirith, he calls out. They're with me. We vie for House Freth. He just calls out to the fog, and there's just a 4 foot high fog everywhere, and he seems to be talking to some people in the fog to the south.
Suppose it would be fairly easy to hide in this fog.
This next area, pass by quickly. And he just like turbos the Chasme through.
Alright.
You start to see the fog swirl around and coalesce into large shapes, but as quickly as they form is as quickly as they disperse as you run through this section.
Oh, you fell off. Are you alright?
Fine. I'm parking the Chasme.
Ah, alright.
Do not fly demons while drunk.
Alright. Up ahead, you see these very, very thick webs. And they're just creating crisscross patterns going from wall to wall, ceiling to floor. And he just pats the Chasme on the back. You're going to have to take it slowly here, pal. I think you should wait here. I'll be back. We're going to have to pass through here. And there are gaps large enough for you guys to slip through. It's just difficult terrain.
It just takes a little bit of...
Yeah. There's just... you got to step over one bit, duck under another, slip through another. And when you touch the web, it's like... it feels like it's made of metal. It's as strong as iron cables.
Oh. So no fear of accidentally igniting it with a flaming sword.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Why don't we just burn it all? Yeah.
But I don't want to.
As long as you're not like holding it on or attacking, you're fine.
Okay.
But they're slightly sticky to the touch, but they don't like bind you guys, and you feel that they're not wet. They're not actually web, despite their webby appearance. And through here.
Alright.
Finally. Alright, Spirith just says, "Wait! You fool! If you want to get peppered with crossbow bolts or exploded by a fireball, I suggest you continue walking. If not, stick behind me. You're in House Freth territory. Deep in it as well. Spider Watch Keep is right around this corner." And he holds up his House Freth scarab. "Stay back And he steps up into the middle of this cavern. And he turns to you all.
It's peppered with crossbow bolts.
Hmm.
I mean, it'd be terrible, but I would laugh.
As you guys look up, there's like hundreds of bats here, and they just start screeching quite loud when the light source kind of disturbs them. And they just kind of flutter around away from you guys. They make a very loud sound. And Spirith points to a fortification. There's a fortress here. You see 30-foot high walls and 40-foot high towers. Everything is fashioned by smooth black stone. The tops of the walls are tapered, and they're lined with 5-foot tall stone spikes, 10 feet apart. The spikes seem to have webs strung between them like barbed wire. There is a solid-looking stone door at this tower. The tower is 3 stories high and lined with arrow slits on every level. The battlements are crenellated, and you see a drow mage standing on top of it. The door looks basically impenetrable. And Spiritha moves up, and the door opens.
As a quick note, Seb, I'm going to try and count guards on the wall.
You can make a perception check, try and take a look through the arrow slits. It looks to be about 10 guards to the tower. And when you go inside, you just see like a stone staircase spiraling up to a trapdoor on the first level. And you enter. Get in. And, wait! The invisible one. Show yourself.
I'll drop invisibility.
Get in. So they can close the gates. Alright, so, as you guys enter, they close the stone doors behind you. And you enter a courtyard. You can see multiple barracks. They're kind of dome-shaped. These are... It's like a curved structure with a stone door. There's like one here. I don't know how well you guys can see, but there's one here.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a couple of guards standing out in the courtyard. There's like a stone pathway leading to all these different bunkers and whatnot. And in the center of this is like a building. Spiderwatch Keep. It's fashioned from this seamless black stone, veins of silver running through it. No windows. It bears a striking resemblance to a crouching spider. It's kind of curved. It's 30 foot high with a domed roof. And it's lined with stone doors. Spiritha directs you forward. And so far you've counted about 3 different towers. So minimum of 50 drow here. Come on. That's just in the towers. Not to mention all of these bunkers, barracks, and other chambers. Come on.
It's a lot of people.
Well, I mean, we probably killed this many of House of Render, but it wasn't all at once.
I got locked in the tower room.
Why do you not move your token with us?
I will show you at the break.
Spirith moves up to this door at the back of the edifice. You do see like a hovel here, 10 feet high. It's made from stone, and you can hear like some sort of goblinoid voices. And come around to the back of this building, and Spirith just he approaches the door, and he like does something with his hands, and the door opens. Ah, Erelel, driven. Come in. As you guys enter, the door automatically closes behind you. And you hear like a female voice shouting in Elvish, and then like kind of like a drow's voice with like a muted response, basically. This looks like some sort of parlor, and the shouting kind of stops as you guys enter. It sounds like someone was like this female drow was chastising someone. Anyway, there's a glass-fronted cabinet against the north wall. It's a crystal decanter and some varnished zirkwood goblets. There is a shrine against the east wall. It's quite impressive. It's a shrine to Lolth. And there is a comfy-looking
Shocker.
comfy-looking couch on which sits a pregnant drow, female. Well, I don't really need to say female, but pregnant drow. She's kind of just sitting here, and then there is this wicked-looking mage that's being scolded by her. He has like wild hair and an eldritch glow. That's what he looks like.
Oh, he looks cool.
And Spirith just ushers you all, and then he goes and kind of kneels down. Erelel. She looks heavily pregnant, like 8 months. And she looks down at Spirith. What is the meaning of this? Why have you returned, Spirith? My mother, Erelel. I have delivered to you adventurers from level 11 as an offering. I have led them here so we can capture them. And then he stands up and faces you.
Probably not the smartest thing you've ever done, Spirith. To be honest.
I just look at him with a really like deep scowl of really
Erelel.
yeah, like someone who's like
They murdered Bereninka. They what? Yes, it was them. They murdered her. I put myself
I
out
have no clue
as
who this Berenika is.
I pretended to be vying for House of Rinda. Do not listen to their foul words, they are poison.
Was she House of Rendar? Because that's all the drow I've killed.
Erelel looks at Spirith and looks at you, Dagger. Are you saying that Spirith is lying to me?
Oh, yes.
And who are you?
You can call me Zasana.
Zazana of House?
Jordan.
Make a deception check for the persona, fake persona.
I have...
Huh. How's the warden? I didn't think there were many left. A fallen and failed house. Although
I fled to the surface years ago.
we are all in similar situations. Spirith. They killed Berenika? And basically this is like a contest of who can lie the best. So you'll need to give me a deception check, Dagger. Yes. They
34.
killed Berenika. She was not slain by demons. What? Who said she was slain by demons? Are you lying to me, spirit? Are you lying to me, spirit? Driven? Brother? Yes, Erelel. Disintegrate him. Let's roll initiative.
Whoa.
Oh shit.
He nods.
He's gone.
Oh no.
Of course. And Driven just draws his scimitar. And he's going to... Let me take a look what he's going to do. I don't think he'll disintegrate. Sister,
Come on.
this is a waste of magic. I do not need to disintegrate. All I need is my scimitar. And he just attacks Spirit. And Spirit dodges out of the way. You're going to put up a fight against me, Spirit? Driven Freth? And then Spirit casts Shield, but Driven counterspells him.
Okay.
That old trick. Die. And he makes a third attack. This time, he hits Spirit. 22 damage.
What, do you hit him the other time too if he had counterspelled his shield?
Oh yes, that was for the second attack. And he slits Spirit's throat in an instant. He's dead.
Excellent.
What? He had like no health.
He's a spellcaster, man. They're not exactly bulwarks of HP.
Sure.
Algreth!
Yeah.
Chazanthra! Clean up, please, she calls out. And from a door to the east, two scantily clad male drows. They take the bodies away.
Roland thinks in
Take
his
the
head,
body
why
away.
do they always have to be scantily clad? I don't understand.
One of them comes back and just has like a scrubbing brush. And he starts just like cleaning out the bloodstains from the carpet.
Roland
Arelel
never
kind of
stopped
breathes heavy a little bit as she was like raising her scourge to strike him. Arelel, please, sister, ease yourself. Why are you here? Why did you come to Spiderwatch Keep? Arelel says. I'm in no mood to entertain visitors.
Well, what was the guy's name on 10?
Zoran.
What?
Zoran.
Zoran, yeah.
Zoran, your agent in House of Rendar, said he would offer us a place to rest for our part in bringing down House of Rendar.
How dare you come to my keep, thinking I will give you hospitality, you filthy surface dwellers? Zoran suggested slaughtering you all. Tell me why I shouldn't have you all killed now.
Well, we did kill all of House of Renda. There's that. As I'm still playing the guitar. Never stop.
Speaking Elvish, damn it.
Stop that sound, she says to you, Roland.
Oh, it's beautiful, but okay. I'll stop playing. It's not sound, it's music.
I do not want to deal with you all. Your affairs are frivolous. Leave. Leave at once. Never return here. If I catch you near Spiderwatch Keep again, you'll feel the full forces of House Frath. And Driven. You pathetic fool. Can't even do one job that I ask you. You're all just failures! You're all just little worms. Leave. Now. Olgreth? Escort them out. He nods. And Olgreth
Leave.
opens the door for you guys.
Alright, well,
You know the way out.
I think we do. It's a maze.
So we're leaving? I mean, I know it
Never
sounds like
trouble
you're
me
a good
again.
argument, but
I do believe our payment is such that she's giving us her lives.
Driven
Understand.
moves to escort you out. His long black and grey robe with web-like tracery kind of sparkles against any light. And he meets you at the front here. Closes the door. I apologize for my sister. She's a feisty one.
Why do you let the women treat you this way?
it's a mage.
Are you being serious? Loth is the Spider Queen. We are her servants. Are you telling me you have disbanded Loth?
Where I'm from, there is no person known as Loth.
That is your weakness. And he actually speaks really good common, this drow. He's not speaking in Elvish. My sister is demanding. She expects more than what we can give sometimes. I have always vied for my own well-being, but she is my sister. I am yet to prove myself to her. Come, talk with me as we walk.
Excuse me, Mr. Driven.
Yes?
That when you attacked that spellcaster, couldn't help but notice you had a little magic in there.
A little magic. That's an observation.
Well, it's just the thing is, I can also do that. Let's call him a little Eldritch Strike.
I don't
I
care.
just wanted. Oh, okay.
I'm sure your inferior magic school taught you a lot. But I am from Mental Branson.
I know someone from Enzo Brand.
I do not care to discuss my arcane knowledge with you all. Listen. We've had many defeats. We've been battling with House of Rinda for territory here. Aralel, her patience has grown thin. She must take a liking to you all. I could tell. Because she did not have you killed. This is a good thing.
It's the first thing I look for in a friend, really.
She expects me to rid this level of the Minotaurs. Currently, I have not devised a plan to take them out. Their numbers are many, they are fierce, they conduct disturbing, cannibalistic rituals. There is a presence of evil and chaos in their lairs. If you really want to impress her, you could have me put in a good word for you all. She'll listen to me, her brother. Of course, I would only do this for you if you can do me the favor of clearing out the Minotaurs.
Of course. We scratch your back, you scratch ours. That sort of thing.
This is my last avenue, you see. If I cannot impress my sister, I will be exiled from House Wrath. Where would I go?
Somewhere where you treated with dignity?
Surface?
Tell me, you're all adventurers. You've been in Undermountain. Have you encountered Hallister Blackcloak, the Mad Mage?
Yes.
Plenty of times.
Earlier today, in fact.
He offered me to become one of his apprentices.
I would not take him
You-
up on that offer.
He
Yeah,
spoke of a mage academy. I've heard it's quite prestigious.
A little cutthroat, but I imagine you could learn things there.
I've mastered all levels of spell, from 1st to 9th. But there are certain rituals that I have not yet mastered. I toy with the notion of leasing my sister and heading for Hallister's domain, his mage school. He's promised to teach me a ritual that could summon a Garistro. I was thinking of summoning it and, well, tricking the Minotaurs into believing that it's their demonic leader Baphomet. But I've not felt confident of breaking the news to my sister. Not with the recent defeats at the hands of House Overinda. She has become despondent. I'm at a loss.
Well, you really only have the Minotaurs to worry about now, because House of Renda will no longer be a problem.
I think it'll still be many months before Haralel returns to her normal self. Her pregnancy, the losses, they've changed her demeanor greatly.
Of course.
Now I know my kind and your kind, for the most part. By no means are we friends. However, we can be allies, if only for a short while. I've heard of your power. It's true what Aralel said. Zoran. He was trying to expend your resources so he could take you out. But he didn't find that opportunity. You must be quite powerful to surpass even our most powerful assassin.
Well, I won't be particularly humble and say that we're not that powerful, because we are. But
What do you want exactly? You're here for a place to rest? That it?
to be completely honest, we were promised rewards by Zoran and by Spirit. And, well, a place to rest would be nice.
You'll have to look somewhere else, friends. This is Spiderwatch Keep, home to Drow. Outsiders are not welcome here. Aralel would not give you 1 coin from her treasury, I can assure you. I need something from you. And I'd be happy to give you safe passage through this level, at least. Provided you stay away from Spiderwatch Keep. If you can clear the Minotaurs for me.
Tell me, what knowledge do you have of these Minotaurs as of right now?
They lair in the caves to the south. There are many of them. They are brutal. They are reckless. We've strung up those webs that you would have seen on the way here to prevent them from getting close to Spiderwatch Keep. They are a thorn in our side and nothing more. It is my test to clear them. But when I got near them, there was something about their chanting. I began to lose my mind. I felt a bloodlust. a recklessness. There are a lot of them. It's no place for a mage.
Ah. That's, well, not particularly good news for myself.
I know that you're not going to get any reward from Erelel, but at the very least I can escort you down to level 13 as a way of saying thanks. I understand if you don't want to help our cause, but if you do return here, you'll not receive the same hospitality. I can assure you that.
I imagine so.
This level or just the Spirewatch Keep?
We claim half the territory on this level. You'll have to get through us to travel between levels. The Boarworm. It has dug a tunnel down to level 13. I can take you down that tunnel. We can wash our hands of each other. And that will be that. Or you can help me. If you think you have what it takes to take out the Minotaurs.
I look to everyone else. Well, what do all of you say? Straight to level 13, or should we deal with some...
Well, or, at the same time, he's basically saying he's hostile to us here. Why don't we just take these guys out while they're standing in front of us blathering? Because, they've been inclined to do that to us.
He can
Well, I wasn't
understand
talking
you.
I think your friend is slightly suicidal.
Brew, there are more than 50 drow here, at least.
I'll have you
And,
surrounded by demons before you can even act. I have the ability to manipulate time.
Well, sounds like a dare.
Brew, I would highly
Look.
advise against it.
Not right now.
Try me. So,
I don't.
I'm going to need your decision. Speak now. Are you helping me, or am I escorting you to level 13?
Well,
Or are we going to take this in a different direction? I'd love to try out some of my greatest commanders. Really see how they'll exert themselves in combat with some esteemed adventurers.
and looking at Driven, Darius will step forward and ask, if we help you with the Minotaurs, can you guarantee us safe passage every time we come through?
I can. I have the power to do so.
How can we trust you? We've been betrayed by a lot of drow.
We can't, Brew. This is strictly a faith moment.
I don't want your trust. It is what it is.
I say we take on the Minotaurs, not really for these assholes,
Of
but for
course.
ourselves.
If I had intentions of
Yeah.
killing you all, well, there is currently 30 drow with crossbows trained at you all, as well as multiple mages. Not to mention the ones I could rally from the barracks. If I wanted to kill you, well, you'd already be dead.
Well,
Where do we find the Minotaurs?
Yeah. Well,
You'll need this. A House Freth insignia. And that's what he gives you. Do you have one?
I think we have one, but it'd be
I think we
best
have one from a...
Yeah, we have one from somewhere, but I think it'd be best if we didn't let him know that we have one.
Alright, it's it looks like the one on the left, like a stylized F.
Yeah.
The leader of your party will need to attach that to your lapel. This way, you'll be identified as allies of House Freth. our guards won't attack you on sight. You'll need to make your way back through the iron web cables. Beyond that, there are tunnels, a cave of fog. You'll need to head south and west. I cannot guide you. My duty is here. And at this stage, he's actually like escorted you out of the keep. While you guys are walking and talking. You're standing out the front of the keep now.
There's one last question that I have for you, Driven.
Of course.
As we were approaching this place, we came to one particular spot in the fog where it started to coalesce into something, and Spirit made us hurry through that particular section. Can you tell us what that is about?
He's always been one for cowardice. Harmless shapes in the fog. Minor apparitions. They're harmless. Don't worry about it. Unless you're scared of a little fog.
Well, the art for this level says that I should be scared, but okay.
I'm sure you can imagine what it would look like. Let me paint the picture for you. You're standing there. You have a torch in one hand, a longsword in the other. You're a female elf. You've got a green cloak. You're in a purple-colored cavern, and you're surrounded by foggy minotaurs.
I have that dream like every night.
If you've taken out
That
House of
explains
Render,
so much about you, bro.
you must be quite resourceful. Oh, and if I don't see you return, I'll presume you're dead, or you've dishonored our deal.
One last thing.
Hmm?
What should we bring as proof that the Minotaurs have been dealt with?
My scouts will know. Come to this exact tower. My cousin is the guard here. He stands watch on this roof. Let him know the Minotaurs have been dealt with. He'll communicate with our scouts to confirm. Then I'll come and meet you back out here.
Alright, can do.
We'll shake hands, and you can be off on your way to level 13. Perhaps I'll even secure a cave for you to rest in.
Oh, cave.
Can you add Zarin to the deal?
Zarin?
Yeah.
You want Zarin?
Yes.
Or more that she probably wants to claim his life. That's at all possible.
I cannot give you Zarin. You see, he is from House Daragon. There are many vying for House Freth, and we cannot sever our ties. Executing him, well, we'd lose our numbers. But you at least have his respect. That's not hard to muster. That is hard to muster. He respected you not enough not to betray you. Good luck.
I suppose so.
Just open the damn door, Laxador. This is not funny. I'm warning you. Huh. And then finally the door opens. As you make your way through this cave again, these bats screech really, really loudly, and there are a heap of crickets chirping away. You see some crickets just hopping around everywhere. A couple of bats swoop down and snap up the crickets. You see tunnels with this iron webbing. And there's still some fog here as well. 2-foot thick layer of fog. You see the crickets hopping up and down in between it, and you step on something squishy as you guys walk by.
Going back invisible.
Well, that kind of gets between the two.
I'll have the I'll have the house scarab on my lapel so it's easily
Okay.
seen.
Alright, as you guys move back, we'll take a 10-minute break now, and I'll move you guys back to the spoopy cave. I'll see you guys soon.
Alright. Okay. So is anyone thinking I'm thinking and just try and convince the Minotaurs to come help us raid the House Wrath? If they can be convinced. No?
They'll probably backstab us, won't they?
Oh,
crap.
oh, this is gonna turn ugly real.
Yeah.
Well, he did say he knew level 9 spells.
And time stop. Take a stop time. Control time at least. Which I assume is time stop.
So you guys want to see what it was kind of on my plate when I was doing, when I was getting a little distracted?
Sure.
Yes. What in the world were you doing? I mean, I was updating my 2 kill list. It's all done. I've killed them all.
That's cool.
The
Congrats.
first of many. It's almost done, not quite, but this is the work almost finished.
Is that
Did you draw that?
Yeah, I'm an artist when I'm not playing D&D.
Yeah.
Damn, that's good.
Everybody, my take on Roland.
Awesome.
It's nice. Real nice.
Currently in the works, I have Dagger and Brew.
No way.
Pavel, you're currently in a very weird graphite figure sketch. It's not quite ready.
Dude,
It's
nice.
Trying to figure out a pose that works. So
Awesome.
Is Dagger from Nox's point of view or Darius's point of view?
I think you will be very happy with the way that Dagger turns out. She's something I'm really proud of so far, but she's not ready to be seen yet. Tyler and I have been talking a little bit. I've shown him like this in progress a little bit, but tonight I kind of put on some smaller details and whatnot. Probably got maybe another hour to work on it. That's
So cool.
Is he doing like a Michael Jackson crotch grab, like a rock and roll like? like
no. The model I used is sitting on a like a stool. So it's
Oh, okay.
sitting.
It was just sitting there, right? I thought it was like an '80s rock and roll, like when they used to like put a cucumber in their
Yeah.
Whoa.
No.
like Spinal Tap.
It's
Spinal Tap.
It's much more.
So I put a
it's much
cucumber
more-
where?
But like, I will say this: I want everybody to realize a couple of small details that I take pride in. A wand of fireballs tucked into the belt.
Nice.
And
Nice.
and the necklace that Nox had made for him, or I should say that Nox commissioned and Ren made.
Oh yeah, the pearl.
So,
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
and of course his guitar slash special, like it's a fancy guitar now because it's a
Citron.
instrument of the bards. Yes,
Yeah. Dude.
Chili act.
This is so awesome.
looks great.
I can't even draw stick figures, so that's awesome.
I've done almost every character I've ever played just because I always enjoy doing it. But I've given myself the task of before the end of this campaign, I will do everybody in the party, and possibly like a big kind of like movie-esque poster.
So how have you started work on Scamp or?
Yeah.
Not scamp yet. Mainly because I'm having trouble like deciding how. It's more like I've had a couple of like weird moments of I've started sketching it and it just hasn't worked out, and I've been like, I don't like this, and I've like ditched it and come back to it, and so it'll get done eventually.
Life of being an artist.
But yeah, no, like I teach like drawing and painting and that kind of stuff. professionally, and I even actually, so I this year actually I started teaching character design, even though it's not like my forte, but I've done enough of these to where I'm teaching other people how to do, hey, like I want to do comic books or I want to do like whatever, and I'm like, oh well, I can run you through at least the basics of intro to comic book and character design. So
How'd you
that,
learn how to do all that?
oh dude, I've been drawing since I was 5, and I'm
Whoa.
34, so 29 years.
Just practicing every day?
In some degree or another. You know how like you talk to musicians sometimes and they say stuff like, oh, you know, like it's the one thing I do without thinking about it. For a long time, and even now still to a degree, I do it without thinking about it. I used to draw in class as a way of paying attention, actually, and teachers thought I was like being rude and not paying attention, but I was actually like, if I was drawing, I meant I was actually listening.
Nice. And with that much years of experience, yeah, you probably can be on a professional level to teach and do all the other stuff.
So,
Really cool.
but yeah, I'm pretty happy with the way this guy turned out. But no, I was like kept fiddling with like the hand and whatnot, and then I'd look up and I'd be like, wait, where did everybody go?
Oh, that's what you were doing when you were like twice like, wait, okay, the first the door and then the second time in the cabin.
Yep.
How long did it take you to make that?
If we're talking just like time I've actually spent on it, 3 hours, 4 hours. But I've been working on it like off, like I put it aside and then I work on like other stuff that I'm actually like getting paid for and that sort of thing. And then I've like come back to it and like I pick it up every now and then. So, but like I said, I've got everybody else kind of started. So it's more of a, oh, I did one, I'll do like work on another one for a little while. But he was the one I started first, so he's of course going to be the first one I finish.
Yeah, man. And is that all like graphite or is that paint too?
It's actually ink.
Ooh.
So it's like I use a bunch of different ink pens and ink brush pens and that sort of stuff. I'm gonna grab a drink of water really quick. Are any of you guys League of Legends fans?
No, sadly.
Mm-mm.
I'm sorry. I was gonna say, like, if you're on, like, one of the commission pieces I'm working on is basically a video games piece. And based on League of Legends, so unless you're a player, you wouldn't really know the characters. But someone's commissioned me to do like a character mock-up piece for them.
Okay. I know a couple of the characters. I know there's a Teemo in there.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Pretty good, Sam.
You good?
Alright, I'll move you guys up. Let me move you guys up a bit more. You're just basically tracking to the entrance of the foggy cave. So you guys walk through these tricky iron webbings, and there's 10-foot high tunnel, 2-foot thick layer of fog on the ground. You move past the crisscrossing web cables, and then you come into this cave. This is where the fog really picks up, and it rises to 4 feet high. 4 feet high.
Looking over his shoulder, glance at Roland and just say, I would be a little more cautious, Roland, and don't necessarily want you in the back, but don't get too up forward either. Don't know what's going to peek out of this, and I'd rather keep those who can assist and aid a little safer.
You start to see the fog coalesce, rising, forming shapes, bending to humanoid figures slightly.
Can I actually, just out of curiosity, what is it? I'm gonna do a was it Eyes of the Grave? I want to see if anything is undead.
You don't see any undead. You don't detect any undead with your Eyes of the Grave. The fog rises to a height of about 7 or 8 feet, and it lines the walls of this cave. You can start to see humanoid figures shaping in the fog, and horns begin to jut out of the heads of those figures. Arms extend outwards, and axes begin to form in the hands.
Whoa.
Brew like puts his fingers up.
Oh shit.
Oh
To his
my
head.
god.
It tries to say, I'm Baphomet. I order you to stop. I am
Oh,
Baphomet.
no.
And they swing great axes at you guys. Let's roll initiative.
Oh god.
Except nothing happens when they hit you with the axes. They swing at you guys, but the foggy axes harmlessly pass through you.
Huh. Well, that's something at least.
And then when they take their swing, disappears into the fog.
I wonder what that is all about. Slightly strange.
A few more swing at Brew.
I think Brew kind of likes it. Oh. Here, how about you? You guys? Huh?
This one disappears before you get to him, Brew. And
So the upper.
they sink down to a height of, so they're just like a plane, a 4-foot plane of fog. The ground here is very uneven too.
So I'm going to throw out an idea. The apparitions are designed to make you run for your life, and thus getting more lost within the maze cavern and eventually die of starvation or exposure, or on some unknown, unforeseen circumstance, such as the Drow Fortress itself. But if they are harmless, they are meant to scare you, not to actually do anything.
Definitely scary.
So what? There's just a narrow tunnel through here. It's all windy. Still 4-foot layer of fog on the ground. The ground's uneven. Occasionally you stumble and trip a little bit. Darius, as you come around the corner here, you just fall straight through the ground
God damn it.
into a pit.
Damn it. Okay.
And yeah, obviously you can't see the floor, so you just step and fall. And when you fall, you land on spikes.
Oh.
You take 13 bludgeoning damage and 18 piercing damage.
Ooh.
Sorry, 16 piercing damage. Total of 29 points of damage. It's a 30-foot deep pit with stone spikes at the bottom. And basically, you guys don't see Darius. You just hear him crash on the ground.
Ow!
And you just see a dead end with fog.
Fuck.
Even the entire pit is, of course, completely filled with fog.
I will cast light on my shield.
The light doesn't cut through the fog at all. It's completely heavily obscured. You're effectively blinded.
Darius, I'm going to assume that you just fell into a pit. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, we'll send someone down for you momentarily. Brew, would you mind going and get?
Sure.
And I will play a quick tune on the guitar, and with the guitar, I will cast Fly.
Okay. It's you.
Oh.
You guys are effectively all blinded in this area as well. It's like covered in fog. Like you can't see anything.
I was going to suggest rather than do that, we just have Brew hold a rope, and I can go take the rope down to him.
Well, I mean, if you would rather do that, that's fine.
Who are you
Sure,
doing?
they can see through this, right?
Who are you doing the fly on?
Well, I was gonna do on Brew, but I guess we're just gonna.
Oh, it's done. He's flying.
Okay.
Ah,
And yeah, about there, Roland, is when you can actually see again.
See again.
Yeah, but other than that, this like 20 feet here is fog central.
Okay. Here, one of you hold on to this end of the rope in case I get lost. I'll hand a rope to whoever will take it because I can't see anybody.
I'll take it because I can see.
Perfect.
All right.
Perfect.
Yeah, you can hear Darius is about 30 feet. Like you know where he is.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try to fly down there.
Yeah.
Get me bloody out of here! Come on!
You fly down, Vru, and I'm not sure if Darius told you that there's spikes, but there is. And I'll presume you just kind of fly down until you just hit Darius, basically. And you feel him, and you can grab his arm and drag him out.
Yeah. Is that you?
All you see is white. Your vision is
Yes.
a millimeter.
That is... No,
Whoa.
it's your mother. Get me the fuck out of here.
You're kind of sticky with blood.
No shit.
I'll pull you up.
Roland, I think Arius is getting comfortable with us. I'm liking his new attitude.
That was a very unpleasant descent.
It was.
It's also, of
Anyone-
course, a dead end.
Anyone got a 10-foot pole?
Gosh,
Pavel, I mean, don't start bragging again.
Wait, what?
Never mind. Sorry.
Don't make that joke about Pavel ever again.
Hey now.
Pavel hasn't learned about
The
the
rocks.
birds and the bees yet. He's like, what, 25?
I have actually.
Roland explained it to him. After
Yeah, 19 actually.
Pavel actually asked about it, and Roland is like, "Oh, I guess it's gone on long enough," and actually explained.
And now I
The
know
joke is
about
not
the
joking.
birds and the bees.
And a special hug.
And now I need the parapet of health to avoid STDs.
You would also now realize why, before we had descended into Undermountain, up in Waterdeep, Nox constantly had a parade of people in and out of the Troll's Hall.
Not
Bro, you hear a cry for help coming from this cave in.
Hey guys, there's something down here.
Help me. Please. Very faint cry for help coming from this cave in.
Sounds like somebody's
Uh,
trapped in.
Is it in common?
Yeah.
Okay.
Help me.
Should we let him out? Should we let him out, Pavel?
yeah, first I want to sense motive. Can I do an insight check? On a help, I guess.
For what?
Just listening whether well, actually, yeah. What am I again? No, I don't know if it sounds evil. I should probably ask him questions. Never mind. No,
If it's like a fake cry for help, like a trap,
yeah, I guess.
yeah,
I mean,
you
I
can
don't
make
know if
one
that's
at
possible.
disadvantage. Yeah, I mean, you're just going off a voice.
This is the Undermountain. Ren always expects a trap, so
Let's help them now. There are people in need. There's children in there.
Let's get them out.
You're not sure if it's a trap or if it's a genuine cry for help.
you think I care about children? That's cute.
I assume with the one, I don't know what's going on.
Are you curious? I'm
Wow.
curious. Should we let him
trapped
out?
Yeah.
down here.
Yeah.
I'm trapped.
Yeah. I'll try to lift a rock.
Alright, make an athletics check, bro. There's some large rocks and some small rocks. And you lift all of them. And you just dig.
Damn, he was gonna help.
And you pull away all the rocks, and then you just come to like a dead end, and there's no more cave in. There's nothing. There's nothing in it.
Hey, where are you?
You don't hear the
Well, that was
cry for help
strange.
anymore.
Did you hear that, Pavel? Or is that just in my head again?
No. I definitely heard it. Can I look up actually to see if I see anything?
Nothing.
Is there just a roof?
Yeah. Tunnel roof is 10 feet high.
Search for secret doors?
You can make
Maybe
a
that.
perception check. Don't see any secret doors. It's just all a stone wall here. It doesn't even look like a cave in. It just looks like someone's put a heap of rubble here.
So the voice just stopped, and there's no the rocks that he picked up. There wasn't like a hole underneath them or anything like that. That
No.
you could tell.
It's just like a dead end tunnel with a heap of rubble in it. But it does not look like there has been a collapse here.
Weird.
Right.
I'll look at the rocks and be like, was that you guys talking?
They don't respond.
Okay.
And
Brew
of course,
just
if
went.
you felt
just
it-
went that.
you
Okay.
felt around on the ground as well, because there is 4 feet of fog, don't forget.
Oh yeah.
And also,
Yeah.
yeah, it's impossible to see underneath the fog as well.
Brew winks at the stones. Okay, I'll keep the secret. We're not talking.
You swear that one of the stones wink at you back.
We already went this way.
Alright. You're probably at chest height with the fog here. You're wading through it. It's uneven ground. Occasionally there's a small pock mark in the floor and you kind of trip a little bit.
We should probe ahead.
Something crunches underfoot.
Southwest is the direction that he said that the Minotaurs were, correct?
I wasn't really.
Yeah, I think so.
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
So,
Alright, I'm gonna roll initiative. You guys are attacked and surprised because Roland's the one with the the Frath pin, and Pavel's gone up first. There are 4 drow hiding under the fog, and they attempt to surprise you guys. They just attack immediately. $13 or higher, and you're not surprised on your passive perception. They are all hidden as well. They are hiding under the fog. So any attack on them would be at disadvantage, or they're not targetable because you won't know where they are. So let me just make their individual checks for hiding. And let's see. Now, only these 2 are detectable. The other 2 are not. Alright, you can hear like a crossbow bolt being loaded into a crossbow, Ren. And you're up first.
of course, I rolled low.
Okay. Back. My mouse is going all strange. Okay. Compare. I will shoot a crossbow at that one.
Which one, sorry?
This one.
Okay. Alright, with your blind sight, Ren, you're able to get advantage. The fog's not bothering you. That hits. You sink a bolt into the drow. You guys just see a bolt dart into the fog, and you hear "Ah!" a voice. And it might actually help if I roll them into initiative as well. All right.
Forget.
Over here. And the turn.
Okay. Not your turn yet, Darius. There's another drow.
Cool.
It goes first.
Oh, okay.
This one actually beat Ren, but I missed her. Alright, she's going to just remain hidden, and she's going to creep up through the fog and attack you, Pavel. She has advantage. And out of the fog, she comes in at you. She kind of steps up, and out of nowhere, you'll hit for 22 points of damage. See a female drow warrior wearing a pin of House Frath. And then she's going to attack you again. And
Surprise.
she misses you. And there's another drow that goes next. Before you, Darius. This one. Male drow. Who's also hidden. And he just he's very handsome for a male drow, or for a drow. Like he's so good looking you can't help but notice it. And he just like rises up out of the fog, and he's completely butt naked. He's not wearing anything. And he smiles at you, Pavel, and his eyes glow. And you can make a wisdom save against being magically charmed.
No.
I remember what I did to the last buck naked drow.
Luck.
Okay. He's lucky to re-roll.
Indomitable.
Alright, you fail a saving throw. You can re-roll.
And it sucks again. Damn. That's all I got.
You become charmed, and a telepathic voice reaches you, Pavel. Let's have some fun over here. And he comes around, runs around the corner, and you're compelled to do exactly what he says, Pavel.
Ooh.
Darius, you're up now.
Would I have seen him disappear again?
He didn't disappear. He went around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Oh, okay. Well, this is annoying. Seeing this one here. You know what? Actually, I will just lash out forward. Bonus action, planar enemy. This one, and
That's a hit. You slap her with the whip. Force knocks her back a little bit. And with that attack, she's going to parry you. She brings up her short sword and uses the crossguard to catch your whip and have to unravel it. She blocks your attack, using her reaction to add to her AC.
fair enough. I will step to here.
And you don't
actually,
step in
you
a
know what,
pit
I'll step
trap.
to
You still don't step in a
What?
pit trap.
Oh my god.
Alright, Pavel, you're surprised, so out of nowhere you just saw this drow rise up from the fog and you seem heavily attracted to him. But you're also surprised.
Damn right.
Brew. Right, you're still flying, Brew. You got 60 feet of fly speed.
Oh yeah. And this is a 20-foot cavern?
The ceiling is 10 feet.
Oh.
The fog is 4 feet. Yeah, these are this drow as well, like butt naked, no armor, no weapon, nothing.
Which drow?
The one that charmed
they-
you, Purple.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like it's
Brew-
kind of cold too. So like,
Brew like
Very
looks over
weird.
at him. Brew who's barely clad himself. He's like, barefoot and bare-chested. Looks over at him and is like, that's not a bad idea. Hey, you guys, I got an
well, technically
No.
he could be wearing pants. You're not sure.
right.
Oh,
He's just
Everyone-
shirtless.
Brew looks naked.
yeah.
Yeah, at this point, I would like to swing at that. Oh,
Which
sorry.
one? Sorry.
There he is. That hurt one. That's right down there.
Okay. You can't
Um,
see him, so advantage, disadvantage.
Okay. Or wait, yeah. So, wait. Do I have disadvantage, or I have?
You have advantage and
Great
disadvantage.
And okay, gotcha.
So yeah,
gotcha.
they cancel
Okay,
each other out.
gotcha. I'll just swing.
And you hit. You don't see him, so you're just swinging into the fog, and you hit him. You definitely feel you've hit something down there. Ah!
I don't think we're even enemies. I'll swing again.
That's a hit. God, do you really need to do that? Ah!
Well, stop fighting. Just quit it.
I haven't done anything. Roll
So
one.
that one hasn't done anything. Yeah.
Well, Bruce easily confused.
Roland will walk forward and say, "Enough of this. There's no need. We are allies of House Freth," and I'm show off the pin. "There's no need for more violence."
The female warrior looks at you She holds her hand up. Cease your attacks. He has the pin. I apologize.
And I would ask the handsome one to please release our friend here from the charm.
Aww.
Hello there, handsome.
He should learn about that. He should not learn about it here.
And to answer your
Aw.
question, Pavel,
I was looking forward to this.
no, he's not
enlightening
wearing
of Pavel.
pants. He's not wearing pants.
Oh gosh! Oh, why do I gotta be charmed? Take it off now!
Time for a sword fight, buddy.
Oh God.
Oh god.
Pavel he's a young man, he's exploring, you know? He needs to find what is in his own wheelhouse.
What
You never
happens?
know until you try.
I'm afraid I
What
can't break
happens
the
in
charm.
The Undermountain stays in the Undermountain.
Well,
All right, I'll
Nope.
try. I'll try my best. What is your name, honey?
Pavel. And yours?
Pavel. Take your gun, put it in your mouth, and shoot yourself in the head. And you take the gun, you put it in your mouth, and before you pull the trigger, you suddenly snap out of the charm.
yeah, that'll break it.
What?
Oh, come
Get
on,
out of your mouth, Pavel.
Pavel. Is it?
There
The charm's
are safer
broken.
things to practice that activity with than your gun.
What?
Pavel, the charm's still broken. Why are you holding the gun with one hand and my gun with the other?
Hey, why are you naked? Ah!
He does he like does you like kitty lips, and this female drow commander, she just she demands to know why you're here. Why are you here? Stop fooling around, Zaldor Esvir. Crouch back in the fog. Oh, they hit me with a damn sword. Shut up.
Well, we are here to deal with the Minotaur problem, as it were.
Oh yes, you want to go that way. Next time, be sure you are marching first. We assumed you're with House of Vrinda.
I think that we can do that. Are there any more drow patrols between here and where the Minotaurs are?
They are not. And then she just like sinks into the fog.
I was going to ask your name, but okay.
My name is Lorelf. I don't care for yours. Now go. Elf.
I wasn't going to give it. Not an elf. Not a fucking elf. As I walk around the corner.
Do drop by again, Pavel. That was fun.
Maybe
I'm going back
in a
invisible.
couple years down the line, but right now I'd rather experience it with women first.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I
Pavel!
want to forget the memory
Tirlai
for now.
says. Why were you messing with those fiends? I think they use magic to manipulate you.
I think so too. I
You
don't-
saw them, right? Their dark wings, their horns, their
what do you mean?
pointed tails.
Wait, what do you mean? What? Those were drow.
It was an illusion. They were devils. A succubi and an incubi.
Were there only two of them, or more?
Yes, the naked ones.
There's only one naked one.
No, there was two.
Like, who else was naked?
It doesn't matter. Just
No. You don't understand. This does matter. Who else was naked?
Ren has blind sight. I'm sure she saw everything in great detail. She can explain it to you.
Okay, you're right. Sorry. Besides that aside, okay, two demons. I would go and tell the rest of the party that. Well, after
You do
after we
realize
go a little bit more
that
further.
those fiends, they specialize in seduction. Who knows what they would have done? Drained the very life out of you.
We've shown you a good time first, though. Roland doesn't say that. He doesn't hear the sword. So.
Yeah, but after we get a good ear distance away that they can't hear us, I would then tell probably,
Roland,
like, the two naked ones.
as this is happening, I don't mean to interrupt, but this happens as you guys are having the conversation. You hear an elvish voice. Follow me, it says, and it's coming from this direction. And don't say you can't understand it. I know you got that tongue spell.
Yeah. Which that is probably getting close to being. I don't know how long we've spent since.
It's close to it's close to being.
It's close to being done. I think. Is it a
Yeah.
female or a male voice?
It's a female elven voice. It's about 50 feet away from you in this direction. Follow me.
Ren and I both understand Elvish as well. Would we hear this, or is it something he specifically hears by himself?
It's you hear it, Darius, with your passive perception. Brew doesn't hear it.
Well, if Pavel tells us of the incubus,
I
That's
am
okay, bye.
I am invisible again.
Okay.
Roland will assume that whatever female voice is calling from this way is probably a succubus.
Oh well, at this point, do we care or do we just leave it be?
This way.
Honestly, I don't feel compelled to follow strange voices coming out of the fog.
Well then, let us continue forth in the direction we were supposed to be heading. What did you say, Roland? Southwest?
Yes, in that direction. Lorel said that there won't be any more drow patrols, more than likely.
Yes, well, I trust that about as far as I can throw it.
See, if Roland was a hound dog, he would have. I would have had to made a wisdom saving throw just to see if he would go or not. But that is not the kind of guy he is.
He ain't. He's more than just a hound dog. He ain't just nothing but a hound dog.
That's right.
Nice.
There's an intersection up ahead here, and the fog, it has kind of let up a bit. It's about 2 feet deep here.
2 feet. So, is it more like we're changing in elevation, so the fog is less, or can we see like a wall of fog?
It's
if we look back.
it's definitely a change in elevation.
Okay.
You're going up and down.
Yeah, that was my question. Good to know.
Ren, do us a favor and take a walkabout, would you?
Okay.
All right,
goodness.
There's a
Okay.
series of different tunnels here. It's a maze. Tunnels lead off in all different directions.
I honestly think for once I shouldn't do a walkabout. I think we should stick together.
Huh. It's kind of.
This is a maze.
True. This would be better to stick together.
Amazing.
There's 2 feet of fog to the south. Sorry, to the north, and 2 foot. The fog's pretty much 2 feet everywhere. There's something up here to the north. These pillars, they kind of stand out. And the ceiling's quite high. It extends up to a large cavern, 25 feet high. And there's like a
Something
red...
right on the ground.
Yeah, the fog takes on a red tinge in an area in between the pillars, and each pillar is painted with a fearsome image of a 20-foot tall minotaur painted in blood. And it's a religious symbol. You guys could make a religion check to see what deity it is. Alright, doesn't take much more than putting 2 and 2 together to realize that this is the god of Minotaurs, Baphomet.
Oh no.
AKA the Demon Lord Baphomet.
Handsome.
And yeah, the Horned King. These alright, Roland, you got a 23, so you get a bit of history about him too. Yeah, he's the Prince of Beasts. He rules over Minotaurs and others with a savage heart. He's worshipped by those who want to break the confines of civility and unleash their bestial natures. For Baphomet envisions a world without restraint, where creatures live out their most savage desires. Cults devoted to Baphomet use mazes, complex knots as their emblems, creating secret places to indulge themselves, including labyrinths of the sort their master favors, and blood-stained crowns and weapons of iron and brass decorate their profane altars. And he's just a god of absolute chaos and madness himself. He appears as a great black-furred minotaur, 20 feet tall, with 6 iron horns, and an infernal light burns in his red eyes. And he actually is famously known for wielding a glaive called Heart Cleaver. And sometimes he won't use Heart Cleaver. He'll just rip an enemy apart and gore them with his horns, or trample them into the earth, rending them with his teeth like a beast. So, not a bad guy.
So, thinking that
Sounds
he is
fun.
someone that symbolizes like your bestial nature, it makes sense that succubi and incubi would be. I mean, it's a different kind of bestial desire, other than just wanting to rip something apart. But I guess it would make sense that there would be those that would follow him as well, right?
Brew,
Yeah.
don't go into the red.
Brew, make a wisdom saving throw.
Brew.
Suddenly, Brew, this strange sensation comes over you. It spikes your mind. And you gain a new flaw that overrides, supersedes your current flaw. Well, if it's conflicting at least. And that flaw is, the world is my hunting ground. Others are my prey. And you just need to try to roleplay that, basically.
I don't know. I mean, I don't think you have to change too much, Brew.
Yeah.
If we're being completely honest.
Probably not. It's not a far
Maybe just
cry.
a little more
Yes.
bloodthirsty.
I just had an idea, you guys. I'll tell you about it later.
Brew looks over them crazy eyes.
You scare me
You
when you
okay?
have ideas.
Brew pictures himself like running on an open field like a lion, like with a pack of lions. On all fours. Jumping on an elk. Felling it to the ground. Biting into its neck.
Seems to be a few other ways. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
this
oh,
was to
this
the
way.
north. Weren't we supposed to go to the south?
Southwest, yeah.
Well, we are in the southwest portion. This is southwest of where we were before.
You hear that
True.
same voice coming from the south. This way.
See, I feel less inclined to go to the south now.
Almost as if it's hearing what you're saying and trying to guide you.
Well, I suppose if we have to, we can go and kill whatever it is that's doing.
Alright, up ahead, the ceiling ranges in height from about 20 to 30 feet. 2 feet of fog on the ground. And there are a heap of stalagmites and floor-to-ceiling columns of rocks scattered across this area. the fog is slowly flowing around them. And
Someone have a spear.
there's just like a minotaur hiding behind this column. And as you move around the corner, Brew, this massive minotaur, 10 feet tall, built like an ox. He actually looks like an ox. He wields a great axe, and he lets out a loud snort as he sees you. And you can actually see there are more of these minotaur hiding behind some columns of rock. And they start to step out. There are 7 of them. And this one just lets out a loud snort, and he tries to attack you with his axe. He just tries to bring it straight down on you.
Oh, actually,
Ren.
Awesome.
Yeah, they're not really great at hiding, these minotaur. They're just kind of standing behind the pillar, and there's no chance for them to surprise you.
Well, it'd be hard if you were that big, wouldn't it? With hooves.
And I think Fly would have gone down by now as well. Seeing if your tongue's rolling.
okay, that's fine.
It's been 10 minutes and an hour. Alright, Ren, you come around the corner, and that is a hit. You drive the rapier straight into the minotaur. 36 damage. Just lets out a snort as blood spills out, disappears onto the foggy ground.
Disengage. I think I'll come up here.
Dario.
I will come to I'll come to here. That's all my movement. And I will
Alright, when you do come around the corner, Darius, this minotaur attacks you. You've moved in and out of his reach.
Okay.
He's going to swing
Sure.
the axe at you. Whoosh, and he hits hard for 19 slashing damage.
Ooh, okay. I will then pause right here, but turn and toll the debt his ass.
Alright, black veins appear all over his chest, and his horns become brittle looking. And he snorts. Blood sprays everywhere, and he's looking very hurt.
Alright, and I will I will in my turn. No, actually, I will bonus. Yeah, I'm going to bonus action cast spiritual weapon on the Minotaur right in front of me, or right, basically on the other side.
Do you want it on the other side of him? Like, there?
Yeah, basically just like over his shoulder.
Okay. That hits him. And it slams straight into his back, knocks him forward a couple of steps. Rolling.
First thing I'm gonna do is bonus action power chord for everybody. Which I know that won't really help Brew a ton, but he can move with this reaction if he so.
Yeah. Gain some ground.
My rapier damage was wrong.
What was it?
Yeah.
1?
It didn't. Yeah, it just rolled a 1.
Alright, roll a 1d8 and I'll add it on. Okay, I'll add on an extra 5 damage.
And I'll use my movement to start moving forward here. 5, And I am going to. This is probably more important than actual damage. I'm going to viciously mock the Minotaur in front of Darius.
Who you calling Minotaur? I'm a fully grown Tor. Ah! Am I? Wait! Ah! He grabs his horns as he contemplates his own existence. And he can. You've still got a couple of seconds of tongues left to understand him, roll. Just enough, and then his words become abyssal. The last couple of words.
Yeah, I'm glad for the bump up and save DC. It's nice. Like 13th level. And I'm not gonna move forward any more than that.
Alright, this Minotaur just screeches and he's just gonna run over, charging, stomping on these cloven hooves. Horns first, recklessly. He has advantage on his attacks. He leaves himself open, so you guys will have advantage to attack him. And he's going to just try to gore you, Pavel. Tries to,
As always.
hit you with the horn. And that is a hit.
Yeesh.
You take 28 points of piercing damage. As he gores you, he tries to flick you up and back and prone. Make a strength save. Tries to like hurl you through the air, basically.
Toro.
And you just kind of catch the
Yeah,
horn.
actually.
It slashes you along the side, and you stop the Minotaur in its tracks. You don't move. Brew.
Bring it.
Yeah, bonus action to rage. And I feel like Brew has spent time in Minotaur society because he speaks Abyssal. Maybe out at Pirate Sea or something. So he's going to shout in Abyssal, "Oh, good day for a scrap, eh?" And then swing at the Minotaur Rapist.
Take your entrails. Give them to the Horned King. That's a hit. Were you reckless? Sorry, I missed that.
I was not.
Okay. Alright, you cut down the Minotaur, and he's dead.
Move down.
Nice.
Swing at that reckless.
See his massive bovine body kind of sticking out of the fog a little bit. You slash into him, just sear through his flesh.
Good old prime beef.
Alright, all these Minotaurs are being incited. And this one stomps over, charging at you recklessly, Brew.
Bring it.
He tries to gore you. And he misses. He gets his horn kind of stuck in this column of rock. Havel.
First of all, from a bonus action, I gotta do my thing. Where is it? There it is. And boop. Gotta heal myself. And then
That's a nice heal.
Actually, I haven't seen it. What is it? Is it 13?
21.
Nope, gotta add one more.
Oh, the bonus? Yeah, you're missing one. 22.
Damn. They have pretty low ICs. This is gonna be sharpshooter. And then boop.
You have advantage too.
It's a hit. Alright, you sink a bullet into this massive beast, and he's looking bloodied. Snorts out in pain. As a crit.
Woo!
You hit him straight in the chest. Blood is spewing out everywhere. He grabs onto his chest and leans up against the wall.
He has a lot of health.
That's another hit. And you sink another bullet into him, and he sinks to the ground dead.
Nice. Good way to finish it off.
I think Pavel just fanned the hammer on that guy. Just pow pow pow. Point blank.
This Minotaur runs in and he will attack you recklessly with his great axe brew.
It's a great axe.
And he crits. He hits hard. And you take 17 points of slashing damage. Breaks through that magical aura that Roland had sheathed with. This Minotaur is going to run in, moving here, and he's going to try and gore Pavel recklessly.
Holy.
And he hits for 17 piercing damage, and you'll need a strength save.
Alright.
Again, you
Whoa!
block the Minotaur. You stop him from throwing you away. Just grab that
Stand
one
your
and hold
ground.
him there. This one starts swinging his axe around like a madman, recklessly at Darius. And advantage, disadvantage. He still hits you for 9.
Tried.
He only just glances you, and he was
It
reckless.
happens.
And this Minotaur, he is going to take the dash action, squeeze through here, and run at Ren and Roland.
Ah, stop.
Ren.
I don't want friends. Not of your kind. Okay. Fine. I will. I'll stab the one that came up to us.
Hit. And it's a good hit. You hit him straight in his torso, going for those vital areas, and blood just spews out everywhere. The Minotaur grabs the blood and just wipes it all over his face and revels in it.
Disengage.
Roland, do you just hear that elven voice again, quite close to you? Yes.
Except I can't understand it now.
Shostolasta. Darius.
Stop it. I can't understand you.
Yeah. I don't like how this is going. So I am going to start with. Let's see. Let's start with my bonus action spiritual weapon. The guy I'm next to.
All right, you have advantage, and that is a hit. It spiritually smacks him straight in the back of the head.
Okay. And I'm going to. You know what? I'm cool with him taking the attack of opportunity.
All right, here comes his great axe.
Step there.
Whoosh. And he hits you for 17 slashing damage. They hit really hard with these axes. The axes themselves are about twice the size of one that you guys would wield.
I can see that. But I am. I am actually going to drop a Spirit Guardians at 5th level.
Alright, bringing out the big guns. Alright, an explosion of radiant energy churns out and starts to melt the Minotaur's flesh. They will make their saves when they start their turn. Rolling.
So first question, I do have a question. The guy that just hit for 17 damage, he still had advantage, even though it's not technically his turn anymore?
Reckless. Advantage on all melee attack rolls.
I thought that was just on the turn that you take the attacks.
Did they change it? Usually it's until the start of your next turn.
I don't know. I may be thinking about it wrong, but I could have swore I remembered the barbarian, at least the barbarian reckless attack working that way.
Let me check to see if the barbarian one is different. Oh yes, it's only this turn. You're right.
So do I get that 17 back?
Yes. It doesn't work. The advantage on them does, but not their attack rolls on a reaction. That would be a miss.
Okay.
Yay!
I just wanted
I'll
to clarify that quickly. The guy in front of me, I will start.
I think I've been playing it like that way for years, but it doesn't matter.
I will start playing low, like a lot of low bass notes on my guitar and whispering crazy things to this mentor, and I will cast Dissonant Whispers at 1st level. The one that's right in front of me. That's a good roll.
It fails, and it starts to shake its head around. It doesn't like that. And it's going to move away from you.
Run away, run away.
And it provokes from you if you wanted to attack.
No, I don't have anything to attack it with. Except for like a
You
fist.
slap it on the butt.
I'm not doing that.
It squeezes through and scrapes its body up against this rock and kind of gets its horn a little bit stuck, and it pushes itself, heaves itself away from you. It's pretty badly hurt, that Minotaur.
Okay, and with my bonus action, I will yell to Darius. I believe in you, Darius. Keep up the good work. Give him inspiration.
Ooh. Okay.
And that... Well, I will... Because I'm pretty sure that Minotaur will start running after me again. So I will back up a couple of steps. He can't get to me without dashing. Hopefully. And that's my turn.
True.
You there. It's your time, Tempest tells me. And this Minotaur to my immediate west here, I'd like to attempt to shove it prone.
And it cannot resist. You knock it over, checking in the leg.
Those who can't stand will fall. And other tautologies from Brew's book.
That is a hit.
I mean, yeah. I guess that's
The
true.
roll
You can't
sense.
stand, you're falling.
Alright, you slash it with a fiery blade, and it kind of does smell like roast beef. You can't deny that.
I'm getting an idea for tomorrow's stew.
Oh god.
Oh lord.
Alright,
And
you
you
get
guys wonder why I refuse to eat his food.
you get an attack brew. This one charges Roland. And it is a hit.
Just double checking. I don't think I get Divine Fury again. Let me just.
It's a crit, isn't it?
Each of your turns.
It's not a critical hit, no.
Oh yeah, I guess it's his turn again. Yeah, you're right.
Alright, you slash through it, and the Minotaur just keeps on screeching, shaking off that damage, and it just furiously charges at you, Roland. Oh, it also was in the Spirit Guardians, actually. Let me roll its Wisdom save.
It was.
Alright, he takes
it's
half
a-
damage from that, and he still pushes through.
So he takes 12.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then, he just charges Roland, and he's going to recklessly gore.
Oh, I mean, he's gonna hit. Yeah.
Make a strength save.
Oh man, a strength save. Wow.
Nice.
Alright,
Actually rolled-
he does not knock you back or prone, and you're hit for 23 piercing. And he gets stopped in his tracks there. As the impact just somehow, Roland, you're able to stop that. Pavel.
Gonna aim at this one right over here. So you look beyond my side. Oop. Oh no.
Miss.
Taking off sharpshooter. And a regular attacks.
That is a hit. I sink a bullet into his back, and these Minotaurs, like, it's almost as if they don't even register pain, they just grunt when they're shot.
Beast of... Oh wow.
That's
Beast
another
of power.
hit. Don't forget all your attacks have
Really?
advantage on these guys, unless they haven't
Oh.
recklessly attacked, which all of them have except for this guy.
Nice.
You hit him with another bullet. Blood is just kind of spraying on Roland.
Bonus action attack. I'll make it sharpshooter just because, you know.
He's raising up his great axe to bring it down on Roland. That is a hit. And all of a sudden, he gets a bullet in the back of his head and just collapses next to you, Roland.
Thank you, Pavel.
No problem. Now for the real fun. Action, sir. With action surge, I'm gonna shoot at this one on the floor right here.
Alright, don't forget you have advantage. That is a hit.
Nice.
And you sink a bullet into him. He's looking bloodied. He's pretty badly hurt. And it's a hit. It's an execution. He's dead.
Good. And then, just in case, this far one right over there, the back of the Minotaur behind there, I'm aiming him with my last shot. Let's hope it hits. Yes.
That is a hit. And headshot. He too crashes to the ground dead.
Nice.
Reminds me of back home with a bow.
This Minotaur does not like the Spirit Guardians. He pushes through it as it bubbles his skin, and his horns become brittle. He comes up with his great axe and he recklessly attacks you, Darius. And he just uses every ounce of his strength. He hits you for 44 points of slashing damage.
Curiosity. Can I use that bardic inspiration on him, not me?
I think like certain bards can do that, like the Valor Bard.
The Valor Bard, you could.
Yeah, okay.
And it doesn't matter anyway, it's a crit, you can't block a crit.
You can.
That's
Don't you have an ability as a Grave Cleric?
Oh, you're right. I do.
I was just about to say that. I was like, you can't block a crit unless you're a grave cleric. I'm like, wait a sec, what cleric are you?
I get so like few opportunities to use it. So yeah, no, I will definitely Sentinel's Death Sword. That's what it is.
We'll try and make sure you can use it more often, Dario.
Awesome.
All right. You
it's,
can turn it into a normal
just
hit.
24.
Yep, just 24. It's still a heavy hit.
24.
You maintain concentration, and that's his turn done. And this one does exactly the same thing. Does not like.
He's gonna first take that Spirit Guardian's damage.
He does. It's not going to bring him down. It angers him. He fights through it. He's slowed a little bit as he walks through it, and he recklessly attacks you with his great axe. And he hits you for 18 slashing.
Still
You're
up.
up.
Ren.
Aw, it came to me.
Nice.
That's a hit. And you finish him off. You just jump up, hit him in the side of the neck. Minotaur crashes to the ground dead.
And, well, you know, there's something else, so.
There's something that happens before your turn, Darius. You should have followed me. Roll for Spirit Guardians damage. Something has moved into your Spirit
Ooh.
Guardians.
Succubus.
It's not a succubus.
Incubus?
It's not an incubus. It's not even any sort of boss. It's
Autobus?
A drow.
a will-o-wisp.
Oh.
An invisible will-o-wisp. And it's getting melted away from the Spirit Guardians. It's going to actually
Okay.
have to concentrate. It becomes visible. And it's just like a little orb of light crackling with electricity. And it's come to finish you off, Darius. You should have listened. And it actually got 28 on its initiative, so it goes before you. It's been following you guys for a while. And it's going to try and shock you, Darius.
Question.
And
How
it
close
misses.
has it been to us?
I don't know. You didn't detect it. Darius.
Okay.
But yeah, no one was able to detect it.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I get the spiritual weapon there?
Yeah, we can go pretty much anywhere.
Okay, cool. So bonus action to hit the Minotaur with the spiritual weapon.
It's a hit. And it spiritually
Sorry.
smashes into the Minotaur's face. Meanwhile, this will-o-wisp is hissing at you in Elvish. You should have followed me. Now I will eat your soul.
I'm just gonna call out to it in Elvish. And you should have stayed hidden. And you know what? Just for good measure, I am going to toll the dead that motherfucker.
Alright. Going for the will-o-wisp, right?
Yep.
Okay. And there's a little explosion of lightning and the will-o-wisp is vanquished.
I find a good gift for Toll of the Dead.
Nice, damn it.
Roland.
Move up a little bit. And, I'll start whispering again. Low. What? Damn it, didn't roll. Sometimes I forget that you have to actually roll it from the...
It starts mooing loudly. Grabs its horns and it runs away, provoking from Darius Pavel.
Yeah, I'll totally did it as a
Punch. Or more like pistol whip.
it's called a pistol whip.
You've got Warcaster, right, Darius?
I do.
Pavel, you're punching it. Alright, oh, it managed to resist the Toll of the Dead. Pavel, you hit it. It's 1d4 damage plus your strength.
6 damage.
Alright, you hit it pretty hard. You just smack it in the back. It runs over there and ends its turn. Brr.
Yeah, Brew definitely gets that wild look in his eye as he's chasing this creature down now. Come here, my prey, he shouts in abyss.
You can have DM inspiration for role-playing the tree. Provided you bite the Minotaur on the... You have to bite the Minotaur on the neck. And
Definitely
feast on its entrails.
You'll get a D4 on it, I guess.
And then
welcome to my hunt.
you have to try and mate with Roland.
Whoa!
No.
That's a crit.
Death.
And yeah, you guys just see Brew just jump on this thing and you have to look away, he just rips it apart.
So much math.
There's so much math you have to look away.
53.
It's not because of the brutality that you have to look away, it's because of the math.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah, Brew figures he's out of sight of his compadres, so he gets a little bestial.
Okay.
Eat some of that beef that he probably just... It's probably nicely cooked around the edges wherever Sundeath just went in.
So you just like drop Sundeath on the ground, so the light's obscured, and then you just see like these silhouettes of Brew like in beast mode, just ripping parts of the Minotaur away.
Damn. How do you guys do fast?
You hear like these animalistic growls like coming from the cavern, and then you just see Brew innocently walk back. He's just got like a little bit of blood on his face.
I imagine, have you guys seen the movie Beer Fest?
No.
Yeah. There's a character at one point that wakes up in the middle of the woods.
Yes.
Like right next to a deer carcass.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh god, no, not again. And I guess what coming back, just like face down to his chest, like covered in blood. He's just like, what? And he's like, a little bit like, you got something on the face?
I'm going to walk up to everyone and I'll play something nice and a sweet melody as I reach out and touch Darius and give him a level 4 cure wounds.
Nice.
All right, that's about the only respite you get before 5 more Minotaurs start stomping down from the northwest.
It's cool, guys. This is why I didn't drop Spirit Guardians. The
Wish I'd
bubble is
moved.
here for a reason.
Oh, please be a high roll. Please be a high roll.
All right, so yeah, they've just gone charging down. They must have heard that fighting, and they get to about there when you guys are like aware that you're being charged by them. You see them through the darkness, shadows, and stalagmites.
Hey, Seb, would my my spiritual weapon still be up?
It would actually.
Last for 10 minutes,
Okay.
I think.
It's 1 minute, but these Minotaurs literally like
Alright.
there's
It was
like
earlier,
a round or two in between this next lot arriving.
Okay.
The hunt
So it's only-
continues, friend.
It's been like 12 seconds.
Roundabouts, yeah. If you guys didn't kill the other ones so quick, they probably would have joined the fight with the other ones. Alright, Ren. They look like... You can hear them Brew as well, like they're yelling, "So hungry! So hungry!"
I actually speak Abyssal too, so I'd understand that.
Yeah, they're hungry.
Okay, hand crossbow. That guy. Oh, bad roll.
Yeah, you're short range. Oh nope, you're within 30. You actually hit.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
it didn't matter. You would have had advantage. So hit. And you sink a bolt into him, and he just keeps on running, but he's weeping blood.
No, I don't want to go there. I'll come here.
Rolling.
I am going to step forward here so I can kind of have a better look around that column there. I see 4 of them, but I hear 5. Don't know where the other one is, but doesn't matter. Put it right there. And let me roll. I'll use 1 charge, as always.
You see the 20-foot high cave just light up, and this plume of fire expand and erupt over every single Minotaur. 5 of them. And yeah. It smells like roast beef. There's just, you cannot deny that.
They all failed.
And you see one of them kind of stagger forward a little bit. The others are all scorched. The fog actually kind of dissipates for a brief moment as well, and you can just see a stone floor before it all just sinks back into its location.
Alright, for now, no bonus actions, but I will... What's that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah.
You don't want to stay in this circle?
Well, I
Head
mean...
south, maybe?
I'll back up to here. They'll have to run further to get to me here, I think.
Yeah, you've
It's
got
fine.
like a nice column of rock in the way as well there, rolling.
Yeah.
Alright, this Minotaur just, they don't seem to really care about the Spirit Guardians. He runs straight into it.
Low roll.
He managed to charge through it, he pushes through it even as it slows him down. It melts away at his flesh, and it does annoy him, Dario, so he's going to attack you. He recklessly tries to gore you. And he hits. You take 22 piercing damage, and you need to make a strength saving throw.
Nice.
And the horn impales you, and he flicks his head upwards with a lot of might, and it launches you 10 feet. And you slam into the wall, and you fall prone.
Cool sword.
Her.
Yeah, swing at.
It's definitely a hit. You slash through him with that fiery blade. He's looking very hurt. You hit him again. And you push the greatsword through him. But he just grabs onto the hilt and draws himself closer, snorting in your face. Feed me!
I will eat your entrail.
I'll eat my own entrails.
Okay.
Alright, this one is
Roll
gonna.
ahead.
This one's gonna run, and he's gonna do like a sharp turn, and he's gonna come around here at Roland.
Okay.
He sees him around there somewhere. Dash action for him. This Minotaur is going to take the dash action.
They're doing that
And he
spreading out thing.
runs into the Spirit Guardians. Yeah, they definitely, although they're like kind of chaotic, they have enough decency to leave room for the other Minotaurs to get in. And
Thoughtful.
he pushes through the Spirit Guardians and he gets stopped there as they actually hold him back, slowing his movement. And this one just runs here, straight into Brew. He's going to just Great Axe attack you, Brew. Advantage from Reckless. And he misses.
It's a really great axe.
Darius.
Cool. I will stand up. And so that's half my movement. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to hit this one with the spiritual weapon.
What does their spiritual weapon look like, by the way?
It's that spiked gauntlet. It's just like
That's right.
beating the... It's like 2 feet wide, 4 feet long. It's just this almost giant-sized spike gauntlet.
That is a hit. And you spike gauntlet him straight through the chest, killing him instantly.
Bitch slap him to death.
It just keeps on whacking him.
And then I'm going to yeah, you know what? I think do it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna reach my hand up, and then you see him like whisper something under his helm, under his breath, and 2 fingers pointed forward. He's gonna cast Blight at the one to the west.
Okay.
Well, that is a good blight. This deathly, inky black beam hits the Minotaur straight in the chest, and the Minotaur looks down and makes the saving throw. But all of these black tendrils of necrotic energy spread out. His horns kind of crack, and he just starts snorting. And as this is happening, there's like this sharp contrast between the radiant energy, because that's like also just melting him away, and you think it's probably going to finish him. Alright, this Minotaur, he's like all left out, and he's going to dash up to here.
Wait for me, guys.
He's kind of scorched from that fireball. Powerful.
Good aim at this one over here. And shoot it. As I always do. For it is what I love. And sharp.
Hit. You put one bullet into the Minotaur's side. He's looking bloodied. And you hit him again. And you put a bullet into his neck. And the Minotaur's still standing, covered in blood.
Boom!
And
Aw.
it's a mess.
Last
Thank you,
one.
Pavel.
Gotta stick through with it. Wait, wait, hold up. Is that my last one?
Yeah,
Yep,
you
not
got
my
your
last one.
bonus
One more.
action.
Bonus action.
And it's a mess.
Gotta keep through it.
It shatters one of his horns, and the tip of the horn just breaks away, becoming blunt. Ren.
I'll try to finish it off.
And he is dead.
Yeah, he's gone.
Just do one surgical stab.
Thank you, Rin.
Aw.
Much obliged.
We were just hungry. Aw.
Then ask for food. Don't try to kill us. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm going to. I can't remember. Do you have to share a language for Tasha's? I don't think you do.
I have a feeling I actually do. Let me look it up.
Here, I'll pop it because I'll probably be if that's the way it works. But
No, they just have to not be really dumb.
okay. Oh, I don't know. I don't know about Minotaurs.
Oh, is Brew immune?
Oh, there's definitely some sentience in there. That would be like an
Yeah,
animal,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Close to
I'll
an animal.
At the Minotaur that's
So-
the healthiest, I will yell out to it, why should you never believe Minotaurs? Because half of everything they say is bullshit.
That's awesome.
And it falls straight over on its back, peels of mirth. And it just starts like taking all the entrails of the other minotaurs and pulling them over itself, kicking its cloven hooves around.
Yep, and backing up. That's my turn.
Brew.
Swing at the one due north.
That is a hit. And can I just sear him? He's not quite dead, but very close.
Swing again.
And that is a hit. And you just drive the greatsword through him, and that minotaur falls dead on the ground. Kind of parting the fog a little bit. A horn and an arm sticking up out of the fog. Alright, this guy's
Good on
going
here.
to kind of do a bit of an upward swing with the great axe as you move away, and he completely misses. That was meant for Darius, that attack. That would have been a reckless attack at Darius for sure. Miss. Alright, this guy, he just gets melted away. All the flesh melts off of his arms and he just turns into a pile of goop from the radiant energy. Darius.
I will first hit him with the spiritual weapon. Boo, boo, boo.
You will be at disadvantage because he's prone. That is a miss.
Really?
Yeah, because you're more than 5 feet away. Because you're the one doing the
Okay.
attacking.
I've always. Okay. I always thought the spiritual weapon was it's still technically considered a melee spell attack. So
It's a melee attack, but it's not melee attacks that make prone targets have disadvantage. It's being more than 5 feet away. That's why if you spiritual weapon in point blank range, it's not disadvantage.
Okay. Well, then that probably misses. And then I will. Let's see. I'm actually curious. I don't need to do that. Yeah, I'll just total dead him.
Alright, he screeches and his horns just shatter, his face turns deathly and all of his fur falls out. He's just coughing up black blood, rotten blood. He's almost looking like a corpse.
And he'll get another save for the Tashas now, because he took damage. It'll be an advantage.
It doesn't help him.
Well, he's still laughing.
What? Is it me or did something else happen?
Oh, he shouldn't have got the opportunity attack. I forgot that he was incapacitated, so he doesn't get a reaction. Alright, he's not doing anything this turn.
He does get another wisdom save at the end of his turn.
I thought
Though
that
I don't think it's gonna really
He
matter.
won't get another turn.
I know.
Alright, Powerful,
I don't think.
he's at your mercy.
Walk up.
Oh, that reminds me. Yep, that's what I was gonna do. Walk up, point at the head, and hopefully shoot. But I
You
thought this
stick
would
the
die for a
barrel in
second.
his
That's
mouth,
why.
and he's just like. That is a hit. The bullet explodes out the back of his head.
Still laughing.
Oh God! I thought he was dead. Oh God! I have to put him out of his misery.
Sounds like just going crazy.
It's not,
And then
it's not misery. He's having a great time.
you put him out of his misery now, though. Oh, you put him out of his fun, and he dead.
Good damage.
Ow. It's been a while since I've used Tasha's. I'm glad I did.
All right, appears that there's been quite a few Minotaur here already.
I have a feeling that both Spirit Guardians and Spiritual Weapon will probably dissipate in the next 10 seconds.
Spiritual Weapon will. Spirit Guardian's got 10 minutes on it.
Oh, okay. We'll just leave it up for the time being.
Well, it's been something. About how long has it been since we've had a long rest? Would you say?
Oh, a while.
A while.
You could make a
Just
survival
asking if
check.
Yeah, if we were to try to go to sleep now, how many hours would we have to wait around?
I would like to determine this as well.
A while.
Okay.
Of course, the longer you have to wait, the more risk there is of something coming by you.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I didn't.
And yeah, you're about maybe halfway through the day.
Okay. Well, do you all want to sit down and have a quick rest and then be on our way?
Well, it would probably behoove us, as you see him just like chugging just a minor potion of healing as well, and just throw the vial against the wall and it shatters.
Aw, that is glittering.
I don't quite give a shit.
There's a
Bull.
really strong stench of death here.
I'm going back invisible.
I
And
imagine it's even worse now.
Darius, you can like hear the faintest of chanting coming from, must be very far away to the northwest. It's like it's indistinct. It's just like almost like a white noise.
It's the home, kind of like
Even
deep,
less.
low.
The distinct sounds sort of all meld into one.
Fair enough.
And yeah, there's some noise.
I do hear something that is probably what we're looking for, but
Should we go and check it out?
Strike while the iron is hot.
It must be pretty far away because no one else can hear it. But I mean, not really far away. A couple 100 feet or something, maybe a bit more.
I will do a quick cast of Cure Wounds on myself. Fuck. We'll do a second level. Big roll on the whammies.
How much? How much does the superior healing potion heal?
44 plus 4.
That's
Superior.
greater.
That's
Eight,
superior.
Superior.
8d4. 8d4 plus 8.
I think 8d4 is supreme. No.
No, that's 10.
Oh no. Oh yes. 8d4 plus 8. That's right.
I do have a superior healing potion on my person.
No,
If you would like that.
I will carry it, but I don't want to waste it. I'm at least running at about, 50%.
All right.
I'll
I'll hand over the superior healing potion that I've been carrying, and so he can carry it for now.
I thought we only had a greater.
We all have a greater and a few regulars from Scamp.
Yeah.
I think we only had the one superior.
And you
and
guys
I
all
was-
have
we
a
all got
supreme,
superior.
right? Was it superior or supreme?
I thought
we all have.
Duran gave one
Superior.
to us.
Superior. Yeah.
Superior, yeah.
Everyone should have one superior potion.
Okay. Because I know I have that. Okay. Well, then if you want to do that.
You get to roll another 44 if you use the potion of superior healing.
I forgot we all had one.
If it was a superior, not a greater, then yeah, I need to. Let me add.
Oh, we all had a greater too.
From Scamp, yeah.
Oh, true. So I'll save the superior just in case.
I roll again. Add on what you already rolled to what you rolled before.
Oh no, I'm gonna save the superior.
It's a greater, right? It's or is that a regular?
No, so I rolled. I took a regular and a greater, so I rolled
okay.
the regular right after the combat. I probably I rolled the greater right after the combat. The regular was that second 2d4 plus 2 I rolled, and that
Okay.
myself, so I'm up to 40.
I'll give Darius another regular healing potion. Like, I got 8 more, man. Just use it, please.
Okay. He chugs it like an alcoholic.
Can't say any of that red glimmer. It glimmers red.
Nice.
The chanting gets a little bit louder as you guys move up. It's still pretty indistinct, but there's like stomping. Oh God.
Is it in any particular language that we can tell?
It's too indistinct.
Can we tell where it's coming from?
North, west. Oh God.
Like from here.
Oh man.
Could be up this way.
Oh man. Oh man.
Well, before we go rushing in, let me scout.
Yep.
Okay, I'll extinguish sundown.
Fall into the pits.
I am not extinguishing the circle of spiritual guardians because protection.
Alright, looking around to your left. Yeah, Spirit Guardians doesn't really permit light anyway. Alright, looking around to the left here, there's like a, looks like a graveyard. You kind of notice it, Ren. There's some large minotaur bones, like rib bones sticking up out of the fog. Some skulls in various states of decay, jammed into niches and crevices in the walls. Oh man. Oh man. It gets louder, and it's coming from the northwest.
Okay.
Oh man.
I'm going to go back and get them and deposit them here.
I'm so much less terrified now. Boba Fett's a bitch.
He wasn't that great of a character to worship, okay? No. Come to where
That's what I'm
Roland is.
Oh man.
Not out in the middle, Pavel.
Oh
Here.
Good thing they can't hear us over all that chanting they're doing.
Can I, if we're back here, I'll ignite flame, sun death, please.
Okay. Alright, it sounds kind of close, but you can't see anything yet, Ren. It's coming from this direction. There's a sound of a loud horn.
Okay, I see them. And I am being stealthy.
Alright, you don't even need to make a check, Ren. What you can see is just the backs of some minotaur. A few of them. They kind of hunched over. The smell of death here is stronger than anywhere else you've experienced. The fog swells around this cavern. It's being agitated by dancing minotaurs. They're chanting. They surround a low stone barrier that constrain a massive pile of rotting, dismembered body parts. One of them is dancing in the body parts. Bits of flesh, and sinew, and blood. He's taking entrails and he's dangling them over their heads as the minotaurs are doing some sort of ritual to the chanting of their hooves and this this horn. And Ren, when you see this, you feel almost like you're incited to join them.
Uh-oh.
And that's where we'll end tonight's session.
Uh-oh.
Will Ren go and jump in the pile of corpses? Or not?
I'm about to go. I'm about to go native.
Alright.
Wow, go all apocalypse now.
Yeah, we talked to House Freth without dying. That's nice.
That was very nice.
Minotaurs. That's nice. Pavel almost got did in by an incubus. That was not so nice.
Oh, come on, that was kind of funny, though.
It was funny.
It was very funny.
It was extremely funny. I don't know why you stopped it. It would have been hilarious.
Well, I mean, mostly because it was so.
Up until they drain your life and drain every
Yeah, that
single
too.
part of your essence.
we didn't know
Which
they were
Roland didn't stop it
incubuses
for
at
that.
that point.
It was Roland didn't know they were incubus, but he would have stopped it because it was against Pavel's will. So,
I didn't consent.
if Pavel was into it, Roland would be like, you know what, take your time, do what you need to do. But
It's a different story now that I know there's incubus and succubus.
He would have been. He's all for it now.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah. No, tell Seb. Tell Seb.
This is one of those moments where I really wish Nox was still around because he'd be like, "Look, dude, seriously, you don't know you like it until you try it."
Alright guys, we'll have Scamp back next week. And we'll see
Awesome sauce.
if Dagger can resist the bloodlust. We'll see.